Hello, hello, everybody. We're back. Happy New Year. Sorry, I could hear I could hear myself in the playback. But today we have something exciting. Um, today I want to do, this is kind of just like a channel catch up, chatting, all that stuff, because a lot of things have happened. I know it's all. I know New Year. It's January 4th, so technically New Year's was 4 days ago. But for me, um, the channel's New Year will be after next week because I'm going on vacation next week and I'll be gone. But then when I get back, I have a bunch of huge projects. Um, I'll probably talk about that. Kirby is set to be here. I'm technically in open chat, open call on Discord. So anybody that comes in on Discord should, you know, be chatting with me. But today I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. I had a bunch of Lego sets that I got for Christmas, and I wanted to open them up and build them because I did that for my birthday. For any of you that are longtime viewers, and it was a lot of fun. And I also want to take the time to kind of um, just chill and talk about where the channel stands and some big things because as of last night, I got the approval um, and I keep mentioning that I have this like really big project that I'm working on. And normally I leak my own work a lot earlier than I should, but this is going to be my first collaboration, so I actually couldn't leak any specific details about it. But now I'm still not going to leak anything. I'm still being good about that, but I am allowed to talk about it a little bit. So, yeah, I am going to get everything set up here. Nope, there we go. Ta-da! It's the live cam. It's real. We made Ace Gamer real, guys. Sorry the lighting's kind of rough, but I've got my PC glowing here in the back, and then I've got all of my normal setup here. But yeah, so in terms of Legos, I think I should start off with the small set. So I've got a Polybag Batman set to start us off. I'm hoping that Kirby comes in. Just a fair warning, we're probably going to talk about printing stuff. Not probably, we are going to talk about printing stuff. Let me ask her. Let me ask him when he's coming in. Yeah, how is everybody doing? Have you guys all had a here, I'll start the music now. So, how's everybody doing? Do you have plans for New Year's? Whoa, Kirby is here. Kirby, you should join VC so that we can talk 3D printing. But so I'm excited about this set. Oh, is he here? Okay. I think everybody can hear you, Kirby. Talk for me? Oh, you're really quiet. I gotta turn you up.
I didn't actually talk.
Oh, you were just gasping.
Gasping.
Kirby's here, everybody. I don't know if Gigi will be here. She's in the other room. We made Ace Gamer real! Ace Gamer is real! Oh no. Getting text from my parents. Oh shoot! So, I'm gonna get swole this year. That's a good idea, Tim. We're gonna work for it together. Oh, and by the way, I know OMB is a big Pizza Tower fan, and I feel like I feel like this theme plays every time. Every time you comment about Pizza Tower, I feel like this theme starts playing. I'm like, oh no. Oh
Yo,
no.
real talk. When is the Pizza Tower Lego set coming out?
Oh man. We gotta make Pizza Tower real. Okay, so this set, the reason I got it, it's really nerdy, but this piece right here is so cool. The all-in-one bat cowl. It's such a cool piece. I was like, today I have to play Pizza Tower music. Because OMB, you are in every single stream since you started watching me asking, and I keep telling you I will, and then I don't. So today I'm going to. Let me turn it down just a little bit. So, yeah, first I want to build the figure. Oh, this is another thing I always thought was funny since I was a kid. So, the Batman figure, the way that they get the eyes is they like paint his face. Why is it not focusing? This camera is kind of not great. I apologize, guys. But they paint his eyes white so that when you put the cowl on. Y'all ready to get funky? I'm gonna pull up the actual chat instead of just having the stream up. Because it lags behind. What in the world is going on? I feel like my chat keeps freezing. Ah, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, this is the... Gotta give him the Batarang. But this Batman is dope. Look at that. I've always had a soft spot for Legos, and now that I have adult money, I can start buying Legos for no reason other than they look cool. I still have this dream that one day I'll, like, have a house where I can, like, display all my Legos, like the bad guy in the Lego movie, like the dad.
You can super glue them all together.
Yeah, craggle them all together. Yeah, honestly, the worst part about displaying your Legos is they get so dusty, and I've never heard a good way to, like, clean them. Thus is the problem when you collect plastic garbage. Like that TikTok said, right? Oh, did you... I don't know if you saw, but she made a follow-up video, which is why I blocked her, that was, like, tripling down.
What, like a third? I saw 2 videos.
Yes, so the first video I sent you, the first video you didn't see, that was her being like,
Yeah. Second video was the one you sent me, and then I think I saw the third one.
Yeah, and then the third one was the follow-up, and she tripled down on it, and I was like, come on, man.
She was just clearly, I mean, she's poking in a niche that she doesn't understand. And
well,
she knows that.
I think it's
she's
because
just
it gets
trying to get
views.
a response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the reason I'm not the type of person that would respond to a video like that. Instead, I'll just complain about it to you, because
But
then
plenty of people do respond to a video like that, so...
That's true, but I'm not one of those people, so I'm not contributing to the negativity. Instead, I'm talking to you about it. But I think that would be a great segue into our first talking point. I want to talk about the... I wanted to talk about the 3D printing industry and where we think things are going to go. So year in review, and then looking forward towards 2024. I might turn on a light because it feels like it's a little dark to me. Pizza Tower fan game. That sounds interesting. Is it going to be like a mod for the game, or is it going to be a or is it going to be like a separate download? So, looking 3D printing like towards the future, or toward this year. So one of the two big predictions that I remember from like teaching tech and those guys was old demos of the game. Gotcha. So the what they were saying was that this was going to be the year where I should have prepared better for this. Pizza Tower Demo Deluxe. Sounds fun. Might have to try it out at some point. So they had said that one of their big predictions was that companies were going to move towards using consumer 3D printing as a way to get around supply chain issues. So like, rather than, say you buy like a Dyson vacuum and a small plastic piece in it breaks, rather than Dyson send you a replacement piece or, God forbid, an entire new unit, they can send you their mechanical files for it and have you print it or send it to a print shop. And I will say, while that hasn't come true on a large scale, there have been a lot of smaller scale industries that have been doing that I've seen this year. And also, I think there's been a move within the makerspace itself to go around the companies and just design the files yourself. There were at least 2 printables competitions that were specifically aimed at like fixing things, like common household items. And so I think that while not fully, like, it didn't fully happen, I think they were kind of right on the money with that.
I also think, and not just replacement parts, I think we're seeing kind of a shift, even in bigger companies, towards embracing 3D printing as a way for people to customize their own stuff.
Yeah.
Because the biggest thing that comes to mind is the Ford Maverick has a connection point in the back of their truck, like between the I think it's between the front 2 seats, kind of.
Yeah.
But they made the geometry for that all open source, so people can go and make their own like cup holders or like a screen holder, an iPad holder that attaches to that connection point on the Ford Maverick. And I think that's really cool that you have this mega company. I mean, the Ford F-150 is the best selling car in the US for the past 20 years.
It is the most driven car in the United States. And I'm pretty sure for the entire 20th century or 21st century.
Ford is making a truck that embraces it's not a big part of the truck, but
yeah,
a little part of it is embracing the whole maker community, which I think is really cool. And hopefully that kind of stuff sticks around, because I honestly think that's a pretty cool selling point for a truck. It's like, hey, you can customize it yourself if you're into that, or like you said, you can go find a print shop to do it, or you could find stuff on Etsy that other people have made. Like, there's lots of options.
I think it mainly is because, and this might go into the second point, but I think this year has been the single biggest growth in the 3D printing maker space. We have seen the most amount of people embrace 3D printing, and I think that's I think that's because of 2 things. One, a lot more people are making content about 3D printing, and also 3D printing companies are starting to shift less towards tinkerers and more towards makers, which I think I would consider myself a maker rather than a tinkerer. Like we've talked about, like, not so much the Voron builders, but the people that make like 3D printed cosplay and that kind of stuff, if you want to, use 2 really good examples. But I think we've seen a shift away from making printers tinker savvy and instead maker savvy. So like, whether we like them or not, which I do not like them, but that's the main thing for Bambu, is they have been shifting towards print in place. And like, they're focused on, it's all about, oh well, we will fix the printer, you just make the stuff that you print with. Anchor Make did that. Creality is trying to do that with their new Ender series and their new K1 series that came out. I think pretty much every company is moving towards embracing people that don't want to tinker with their machines.
Well, which, to be fair to Bambu as well, They do have, I don't know if you've ever looked, but they do have a very, very good repair manual
Yeah.
For their printers, to where if you want to tinker on it and fix it yourself, you can. But yeah, the idea is that it's more of like an Apple product where something goes wrong, you send it back to them for them to fix. For the most part, otherwise, the printer itself, there's a lot less setup nowadays.
Yeah.
Even the bed slinger printers that you used to have to assemble the entire X gantry on, it's just
Oh
usually
yeah, I
now
would.
just two bolts and you hit print and everything else is automatic. And that's
Excuse me.
a big part of that is because Bamboo Lab pushed to make everything kind of just work.
I mean, it's been a lot of years since I've gotten a new printer, but this year I got 2 new printers, and I'll say just my Ender 3 or my Ender 2 V, my Ender 3 V2 compared to my CR10 that I bought years ago, I've seen that. Even though the Ender 3 V2 is years old, I like had to screw like 1 or 2 bolts. Like it was pretty much completely set up. I had to take the X gantry and slide it on, but it was fully assembled. Like I didn't have to. So yeah,
Yeah, now even that, it's literally you're just bolting the X
honestly,
gantry to the bed.
honestly, if we're talking, so I kind of want to put a wrap on 2024 before or 2023 before we like move on to the negative, and I'd like to be a positive sandwich here. So I think you know where this is going, but the toxicity thing, I want that to be the middle, so we're not focusing on it too much. But
Yeah.
we'll come back to Bamboo in a second. But and why I think it's like a middle ground. But the final thing from 2023 that I was predicting that came true, and I'm kind of in the middle on, honestly, and I don't want to sound negative on it, but the industry has been widely adapting recyclability, which is fantastic. The reason I'm a little bit nervous about it on 2 fronts is, one, completely selfish, because I want to be on the forefront of that. I want to be like one of the heads of that. So to see other people working on it's always, you always get that fear that you're like, well, they're going to make the video before me. And that's actually something that I was talking about with Josh from the Recreator group. Is he was like, I heard that CNC Kitchen was making a thing about the art me, and now it's like, well, I'm in the middle of a video, and you always worry that if you put out a video, like if somebody bigger than you puts out a video while you're working on a video, you're like, do I scrap the video or do I keep going and look like I'm a copy? And it's always, for me at least, a little difficult to not worry that you're like overstepping and you're like just rehashing stuff that people have already said. That's a personal problem, I completely realize. But one of the things that I worry about, just because obviously as an environmental engineer, recycling's the reason I want to be an environmental engineer, one of my biggest motivational factors in 3D printing. My biggest worry is that it'll become a gimmick. Like every year in 3D printing we have the gimmick. So like this year, I would say, would be the year of the Core XY. And I would hope that we don't get to a place where like 3D printing recycling becomes just like a fad.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. However, like Prusa released their RPLA, I believe it was, and a couple companies have rolled out RPT or RPTG, namely, and I'm hoping that isn't a fad.
Prusa's been doing recycled PETG for a while, but they
Yeah.
just started doing recycled PLA. So I think that, so going back to your analogy, Core XY, I think it's cool that we're getting more Core XY printers, but yeah, I agree, it's a little bit of a fad right now.
Yeah.
I think bed slingers aren't going to go anywhere. The kinematics are just so simple that for something like a print farm, and I've said this before, for something like a print farm, a bed slinger is just way easier to work on, way easier to fix, way easier to diagnose issues with.
But I think as
than a
things
Core
improve,
XY.
we definitely could see a phase out of bed slingers. I definitely
I don't think they're going to completely go away.
No, I could see
I think maybe
it
for hobby
shift
printers,
though.
sure.
You know.
But so I'd argue, yeah, Core XY, a little bit of a fad. On the other end, you have Clipper, which came out of nowhere. Well, I guess not nowhere,
When did it
but
start?
came
When
out
did it start?
swinging this year. Clipper's been around for a while. It was around when I got, well, not when I got my first 3D printer, but when I started taking 3D printing seriously, it was already around then. But this year we've seen a huge uptick
Let's pause. I
in.
want to start the next Lego set. Okay.
Okay.
So I just started Sonic Music, which I have I have a couple of Sonic Lego sets, and I'm really excited about these because when these launched, I was like, I want these. I want these so bad. And I was like, I texted Mike and I was like, dude, did you see that they have the Sonic Lego sets? And I was so excited. So I'm so excited to build these because I have wanted Mario and Sonic Lego sets since I was a kid. I should pull these out, but in my basement, I have custom made Mario, Sonic, and Luigi Legos. I should pull them out just for sake of showing them off. But now I have the official ones. I also have the Lego Dimensions, which I will probably stream because for Christmas I got an Xbox, so now I can stream Xbox games in 4K, which is super exciting. Anyway, you're talking about Clipper. Get real. So, Kirby, you there?
Yeah, sorry, my printer was making a weird noise. And I was
Okay.
confused.
You're like,
Um,
it's not supposed to do that.
all right, am I going back to my point?
Yeah, Clipper.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, Clipper, it's been around for a while, but now we're seeing, especially with the rise of
Cloud.
because the whole point of Clipper is that it runs on a single board computer, an SBC,
Mm-hmm.
like a Raspberry Pi. We've seen a rise of third-party SBCs.
That aren't like Raspberry
Like
Pi.
last year and the year before, 2021 and 2022, that are third-party, a lot cheaper, but powerful enough to run Clipper.
And you mean like
Even
non-Raspberry?
Raspberry Pi has their own, yeah, non-Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
Even Raspberry Pi has their own Raspberry Pi Zero 2, which is fast enough to run Clipper.
Yeah,
So I think the rise
crazy.
of that has really pushed Clipper into the mainstream, and now pretty much, not every, but a lot of new printers, even down at the budget range, are coming out with Clipper, which I think is really cool to see.
I think, and to kind of go along with that, I think the reason that it's taking off, and I will use myself as a personal example for this. I didn't embrace Clipper for the longest time because for me, I've always felt, and this might be a good way to kind of segue into my other discussion about toxicity, but I always felt that there is kind of this idea when you talk to other people about 3D printing where they're like, oh, well, you have to do it this way, or you have to do it this way, or like, there's no way you could ever make a printer this way. Like, Enders, you can buy them, they're cheap, but like, you'll have to mod them to get any half decent prints out of them. You really need a Prusa, or like, there's always been this, what's the word for it? It's not,
Kind of elitism.
elitism, that's the word I was looking for. There's always been this kind of air of elitism around stuff like Clipper. And so for the longest time, I was like, I'm not going to do it because I don't need it. It's just an accessory that people, like elitists, talk about. But when I say that, like, my channel would not be around if it wasn't for Octoprint, I'm being completely 100% serious. Like, Octoprint, just installing Octoprint has been the single greatest addition to my 3D printing, like, workflow that I've ever introduced. And I did that just this year. Like, when I tell you it completely changed the way that I view Clipper and all this stuff, like, almost like overnight, it shifted my, like, opinions of it. Because I was like, I hear all this stuff about how Octoprint is really good. It's only $50, because I ended up getting one of the higher strength third-party ones. I got an Orange Pi, rather than a Raspberry Pi. It's been phenomenal. It is so much nicer for me to be able to just, like, the two things that I think are really important for me. I don't really utilize all of the Clipper, like, nonsense that I would argue is the reason that I didn't get it for the longest time was like this elitism kind of like, well, you can change your accelerations and you can change your VFA and all this stuff that I don't really care about. However, even just the simple fact of being able to send files to the printer, change the temp, do like those little things are like huge. And I feel like that is the biggest reason why we've seen a movement towards Klipper, is not necessarily for that bigger control, but just it makes a lot of the little things way easier for people that are just starting.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. But you
it's
still have the
so
option
silly,
to
but on my
dig if you
phone,
want.
I have an app called Polymer that connects to my Octoprint. So I can control my printer, look at the time lapse to make sure everything's going okay, and start prints if they're already saved to the Octoprint instance from my phone, which like has made everything so much easier. And I think while it's a pretty awful app, the Creality app has made that the same for the K1. The Bamboo app has made it that way. I'm not talking cloud slicing because I'm not a huge fan of that. However, I think app integration, as silly as it seems, is the thing that really took Klipper into the mainstream. Because if you were a tinkerer like you, Kirby, you already had Klipper because it was necessary for your needs. But I think what pushed Klipper into the mainstream is some of this app integration. That's my personal opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. And I also think it went in tandem with more people buying printers that had never printed before. And they were like, wait, if I get a Klipper printer, I can like have it on my phone and I can like do all this other stuff. And so a lot more people have made the switch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
anyway.
think, yeah, and kind of the stepping stone to that is, yeah, Octoprint. Once you see what Octoprint can do, you're like, wait, you can do this on a printer straight from the factory without having to go through the extra hoops and hurdles.
Looking back, that's one reason why I want to buy the KE as opposed to the SE. If you want to be a playtester,
it's already got everything you want, so.
Okay, I'm more than willing to entertain it. If you want, we could talk towards the end of the stream a little bit more about that if you're still here. So yeah, I think that there has definitely been a larger movement towards the printer, like not being around the printer as much. My Discord is OMB official. Okay, I'll check it out then. I'll try and remember that for the end of the stream, and I'll check that out after. Thanks for the offer. Oh, we got this little cart here. I'm gonna put all the builds there.
Speaking of Klipper, do we? I don't know how much you want to talk about future plans yet.
I want to wait to talk about future plans.
We'll come back to the Klipper point.
So then we can. I guess we could move
since we shock the world.
Since we talked about, we've touched on it a little bit. I want to talk about one of the things that has. I think it's come in tandem with more people joining the 3D printing community than in years before. But this year has been the biggest influx of like toxicity in the 3D printing space. I'll say, as somebody who's not really into the like Klipper, let's just call it the Klipper side, but like the tinker side of 3D printing, I'm way more interested in like what I can do with stuff that I've printed as opposed to what I can do with the printer itself. I always have been. And so I've always kind of felt like an outsider to a lot of the 3D printing community. And I think that's a big reason why it took me so long to start making videos, because I always felt like I would be laughed out of the door, so to speak, because the 3D printing community has always been more focused on like, oh, well, this new mod can let you do blah, blah, blah with your printer, or this new mod can, and like, that's not the videos that I'm very interested in making. I'm a lot more interested in like, what materials can you print with, what things can you make, as opposed to like, how you can push your printer to the limits. And so I've always kind of felt like it's not been outward toxicity, but it's been this kind of, and not gatekeep either. I can't think of a really good word to describe it, but it's been this kind of elitism where it's like, because by nature 3D printing is a hobby, people put so much time and effort into like their builds, and so there's always been this kind of air around it that's been a little bit difficult to get into. But I think this year has been the worst for it out of any year that I've ever been around the industry. And I think we just got to kind of come up front with it. But I think I think it's largely due to the Bambu community. I think they are probably the worst offenders when it comes to this kind of stuff. That being said, I think the problem is that what Bambu does for their business model. So I want to be really careful with what I say here. So I'm trying. If I sound really weird, I'm picking my words carefully. But they're very focused on staying within their own ecosystem. So like when you buy a Bambu printer, you use Bambu Slicer. You get your files from Bambu. What's their Bambu like?
MakerWorld.
MakerWorld. You get your files from MakerWorld. You very much stay within the Bambu ecosystem. And I think that kind of goes against the way that the 3D printing industry as a whole has grown over the years. The 3D printing industry has very much been, it doesn't matter what printer you use, you can engage in the 3D printing community. There will be people, mainly Prusa, that say, well, if you had our machines, things would be going better. But, you know, you could get projects done on a Ender just as well as you could on anything else. Oh, my camera. I kicked my camera by accident.
Well, I think the whole toxicity issue.
Yes.
I mean, obviously it's a problem. People need to stop being jerks to each other, right?
Yeah.
If a printer works for somebody,
It works.
then that is the perfect printer for them. There's you can't tell somebody, oh, even if it works for you, you're doing it wrong. Because if they're having fun with it, if they're getting it to do what they need it to do, that is the perfect printer for them.
And also, I think that
But
one
I think
thing.
the toxicity itself, I think that's a very small section of the community. They're loud,
Yeah.
but they're small.
Well, I mean,
don't think they're gonna
negativity is
stick
always
around.
going to be the loudest thing in the room. Like,
True.
like what they, like they say with like Yelp, they call it survey bias. Surveys are always going to be negative because very few people leave good reviews, but you are more inclined to leave a review if you're angry. And so, like, I have had since April, I have had the footage for my Ender 3 V2, but I haven't made a video about it because I'm largely happy with it. But I almost made a K1 video like a month ago when I got it because my experience was so awful. The only reason I ended up making it, I didn't make it for the K1, is because I got a new one that was fixed. But I think that's one of the things, is that people are going to be loud because they're negative. I also think that it's definitely not like I want this to be said that I don't think that Bambu is completely like clear of everything. I think that they kind of nurture that air of toxicity, whether they want to or not. Just look at their responses to a lot of the criticism that they've gotten recently. They instead doubled down and got really angry at people and started saying, like, oh, it's just haters, rather than kind of addressing a lot of the root issues that people have had. Whether or not they're directly stealing from the open source community, I think is besides the point. The 3D printing industry as a whole is open source, in my opinion. Like, it's not about whether you're taking like patented work or not. It's about whether or not you're taking advances in the field, I think is bigger, in my opinion. Like, they didn't invent Core XY. They didn't invent a lot of these other things, but they're using them because they've been developed in the community. They're not stealing technology. They might be. Who knows? I don't know. They've disputed that claim that they've stolen. But whether they've directly stolen or not, they are here because of the community, and they instead want everybody to ignore the community and just get everything from Bamboo. And that's the biggest reason why I dislike them. I also dislike the way that they've handled influencers. With all of the stuff recently, and I won't go like specifically into names because that's not what this is about. And I also think a lot of the toxicity comes from people who are brand new to the field are getting a glimpse of what I talked about as being a long-time 3D printing enthusiast, where I feel like the community has always had a problem with elitism, and so their gut reaction is to lash back out. And I think that is, and this is what Teaching Tech brought up in his video, and why I wanted to talk about this so bad, is because I feel like, as somebody with this experience, I have a unique perspective on this. But I think that the elitism that you're seeing with Prusa has always been there. However, the introduction of the toxicity from the Bamboo crowd has pushed the negative aspects of the Prusa community to that further extreme. So Teaching Tech had like a bell curve, and they said that about 2 standard deviations away from the normal one. Oh yeah, we got Sanic right there. About 2 standard deviations away is where you're seeing this like large outcry that isn't emblematic of the whole community. But I think that they have been pushed further and further away because of each other's existences. Like, I think that some of the like loudest Prusa, fanatics that people are talking about have been pushed to that extreme because they, are threatened by the introduction of these new toxic Bamboo people. And again, I think that it's because 3D printing has always kind of had this thing, this kind of air behind it, but now we're seeing a lot more of it because there's a lot more people in the community that haven't been here for a while. Like, I've learned to kind of accept some of that. Like when I was troubleshooting my issues with my Ender. You remember back, like way back when, Kirby?
Which issues?
The one where like I put the new extruder on, the sprite extruder, and it was like it had that weird thing, and like you saw the way that guy was responding to me. He was like, "Well, did you try this?" And I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "Well, obviously you didn't try it because it's not fixed." And he like kept giving me shit about it. I've been in the industry for a while, and so I know how to navigate that kind of response. But for somebody who's brand new, that would be like impossible to take. And so I feel like the gut response is to then be negative back towards them. And so for people that haven't been in the community for a while and they don't understand that like these are just like one-off people, they believe that that's the whole industry. So I think that is why we've been seeing more negativity as of recently, is because of that. There's new people in the community who aren't used to those, that already existing toxicity, and so they like feed into each other like this, like feedback loop of negativity. And I think that's why the Prusa and the Bamboo communities have seemed like they've become way more toxic recently.
When I don't even think that's an issue with just 3D printing. I think there's
a
lot of that with tech in general.
Oh, I would say tech gets that really bad, but I am the furthest removed from tech, so I cannot comment on it.
I mean, just a little anecdote. I'm in a VTuber Discord.
Oh gosh, here we go.
And we were talking about microcontrollers.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was showing off all of my ESP32s because I have a bunch of them. One with a round screen, one with a big screen. A couple of them that are just like normal. I have one that's really small. And this guy comes in and he's like, "Why are you using an ESP32? This board is cheaper and more powerful." And
there is so much of that. Building a PC this year was so tough because everyone I would ask would have a different opinion. And not only a different opinion, but it would be like, "Oh, the stuff that you have is garbage. You need to completely scrap your build.
Yeah.
And instead use this stuff. And it's like, I couldn't get anywhere for the longest time, and I feel like I got a lesser product because of it. Like, I'm very happy with my computer. I built it, but I feel like I got swindled into a lot of stuff that I didn't necessarily want because of that discourse. Because everybody you ask is going to have a different opinion. And it's like the tech community just cannot how do I call I always call it the computer science science answer, but it's that when you're talking to somebody and they go, you're like, oh, I'm having a trouble with my, like, let's say iPhone, and you ask online, you're like, oh, I'm having trouble with my iPhone, and you get that tech guy answer that's, well, you wouldn't have this issue if you bought a Samsung Galaxy S, and you're like, okay, but that doesn't solve my problem. That just makes me feel like a piece of shit for, whatever. I feel like that toxicity is really the worst in tech. Tech is like the worst for that. I call it the Reddit response whenever I hear it, because you see it on Reddit. And you know what's funny? I was looking on Reddit for answers about adding the sprite extruder, but the 2.85 millimeter one to my CR10, and I was looking at people talking about it, and somebody on Reddit said, honestly, I would take all of the answers in this thread with a grain of salt because no one goes on Reddit to talk about something good. And I thought that was the funniest Reddit post I've ever heard.
That's pretty funny.
In my life. Look at Tails. Look at how cute he is. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm dying. Look at how cute they are. Look at them! So yeah, anyway. I think to wrap everything up in a nice bow, hopefully to dissuade people from leaving mean comments on my videos. I don't think that the toxicity in the 3D printing community we're seeing is innately because of any community. I think it's a product of the fact that we have a lot of new people to the community. And again, when met with the computer science, we'll call it, or the Reddit response, your gut reaction is to go, well, no, I'm right, they're wrong. And I also think that Bamboo's approach to be like, no, we do everything within our ecosystem has kind of nurtured that toxicity a little bit, whether they'd like to admit it or not. Moving on from that, I do want to say, I think that Bamboo makes good products from what I've seen. People really like Sock and Towels, good one. I think that they make good products. They don't, aside from the AMS, I don't think that they really contribute anything new to the space. I think their Core XY machines definitely shook everything up in the beginning of the year, but they kind of have not really developed past their initial big boom with the X1C. And I don't want to keep hammering on the elitism thing, but I think that price is a big deciding factor, because a lot of the people that are new to the industry don't have the kind of cash to drop on a big fancy Bamboo printer. And if they do, they feel more like you put it's a large investment to get a good Bamboo printer. I mean, the X1C, we were looking last night, it's what, like 15 grand or something like that?
15 grand? No, it's
15,000. My bad.
$15,000.
$15,000. What is this?
15,
what is this? A Prusa XL? No, the Prusa XL is what, like 20? It's like 2,000 or something like that.
Starting price is 2,000 for the Prusa XL.
Holy shit! I cannot.
That's without any extra tool heads. It's not a cheap printer, but it's also not made like a cheap printer. There are no shortcuts taken on. It's like that bit in Jurassic Park where he goes, spared no expense. That's Prusa in a nutshell. And they've pushed the industry, and they continue to push the industry. So yeah, other developments this year I think that are really big. I think Thangs is like kind of the underdog of this year. Thangs has developed from a like offshoot
like knockoff of printables and Thingiverse to be like, I would argue, one of the best repositories right now in the space. I would say printables is probably the best because of their Prusa points. However, um, the amount of like open source customizability, whatever you want to call it, that Thangs allows is crazy. They're trying to move more towards a like GitHub style of working, where like you can have multiple collaborators on files, and like it used to be when you were on Thingiverse and you posted that a file was like in the works. Um, you really couldn't update it. You would have to like make a new file that was updated and was like, okay, this is the finished one. But Thangs now lets you like publish a work while you're working on it, and it will auto update but save the history, so you can go back and look at previous designs, which is like, as somebody who makes files, I think that is like amazingly cool.
When
Um,
especially, I mean, I
keep
think
talking.
they
I'm gonna go
describe
for a
it
second.
themselves. Okay, I think they describe that feature themselves as like a GitHub-like feature, and I think that's really cool because, like you said, being able to come back to a previous design. Say you try like a major redesign and it just doesn't work. Being able to just go back and start from a known good point is really important in programming, but I think it can translate really well into model making. Just being able to come back to this point. You're like, okay, this worked, but my redesign didn't. Let's go back to what worked and start from there again. I think that's really cool, and I hope that comes to other platforms. I could see printables eventually doing it because they're big into the open source. I know they use GitHub and stuff, so it'd be cool to see more repositories doing that kind of stuff. Oh, he's gone forever. He's building, let's be real here. I don't know how many Lego sets he has. He's building his Legos too fast. He's got to slow down and appreciate the moment. We ain't trying to speed run this. I got like weird noises coming from one of my printers. I don't know. I think something's, whenever it's doing like quick back and forth movements, I think something's getting bumped and it's going freaks me out every time. I do not know when Ace will be back. I don't know why he left. I don't know what to talk about. Do you guys see that tweet? shit, I don't have a tweet to talk about. Oh, is he back? He's back.
Okay, I'm back. How was everything?
Uh,
What happened?
Tim says thoughts on Frieren.
I want to watch it. I wish I could watch more anime, but I
gotta finish watching it.
I have a problem with anime where I like to watch a lot of content, but I watch it while I'm doing other stuff. So like while I'm filming videos, or while I'm editing videos, or while I'm, doing other work, I like to watch content, but you really can't do that with anime. You kind of have to
the dub, and then you get that.
But even if
the
you watch
same
the dub,
elitism, you're doing it wrong. You're
here we go.
That I like wrong.
Yeah. No, my biggest problem is that I want to sit down and enjoy it, and I don't have sit down and enjoy it kind of time very often. There's a lot of anime that are on my bucket list that I need to
Chainsaw Man.
So you know what's kind of sad? I own up to the most recent volume of Chainsaw Man, and I have not read a single one. When I bought it at Target. By the way, Target is the underdog in the manga buying industry, because they're all of their books are 20% off by default, and then a lot of the times they run a buy two get one free sale, which includes that sticker price, which is already 20% off. So I got all of the Chainsaw Man volumes and a lot of the Spy Family volumes for $5 or $6 a volume, which is amazing. Anyway, yeah, I have Frieren. I want to watch Chainsaw Man. I want to watch. There's a lot.
Elfen Lied.
Who? Elephant Lied.
Elfen Lied.
I do not know that one. There's a lot that I want to watch.
I'm just kidding. That anime's not that good.
What's your favorite anime?
My favorite?
Yes.
I don't know if I have a favorite. Because usually it's whatever I'm watching at the time. I do really like Frieren.
I gotta watch the
rest of it. I also really liked Chainsaw Man when it was new.
Yeah, now you
Hunter x Hunter was pretty good.
I heard that Hunter x Hunter was good because it had a really good power system.
Yeah, it's annoying because there's never going to be another episode, and they very much left it on a cliffhanger.
Are you sure about that? I've heard that there's
never going to be another episode.
Okay.
One Punch Man.
Oh, One Punch Man is peak. I need to watch the second season.
First season, really good. Second season, I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't, but I enjoyed it. I still think it's pretty. It's a pretty fun watch still.
It's so much easier.
I know the manga's really good for One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, I have volume 1. I'm trying to get more of it. Oh yeah, the manga goes goofy right now. I don't know if you've seen some of the crazy stuff that's happening.
I do have an answer for my favorite anime. Baki Hanma.
Baki? Oh yeah, we talked about Baki.
Oh man, it is so funny. The Mario manga.
The Mario manga. I should have Gigi grab it for me. I actually own it. It's not on my shelf, it's on hers. But I own the Mario manga, and I own the Spider-Man manga, which are kind of cool. The whole plot is that Spider-Man goes missing, and a random person grabs his costume and starts acting like him.
He doesn't have any powers?
No.
That's funny.
Isn't that such a Japanese take on a superhero comic? It's
he's
so
walking
funny.
around the street in the
every anime.
He's just hot cosplaying.
Every anime is just average Joe has to deal with crazy scenarios, which I think is so funny. Which I guess technically, if you really want to get down to it, you could boil every single American thing down to that, you know. But that is just such a Japanese take on the character. Would be somebody finds his costume and then starts acting like him in his absence. But yes, I do know about the Mario manga. Do you remember the Mario anime that came out when the game was still new? Oh, back in the 80s? Where Luigi had a dog? That was ballin'. I love Luigi. He's my favorite. He's my favorite. I'm glad that people are finally starting to turn around on this. I've been a Luigi, like, stan since day one, and everybody's been like, but Luigi's not as cool. Luigi's not as cool. Now people are starting to turn around. They're starting to realize. They're starting to be like, did you ever hear about this niche indie game called
Luigi's Mansion?
Luigi's Mansion? Unironically, people are like, I feel like Luigi's Mansion was like what's the word for it? Uncharacteristically hated back in the day. And I'm like, come on, guys.
Dude, some of my core memories. I don't know if you remember when McDonald's play places used to have GameCubes.
Oh, by the time I was a kid, they were already greasy and old and rotting. They weren't new, so.
Oh no, they were greasy and old and rotting the day that they put them in.
Oh well, when I remember one of my oldest memories is a hotel that we used to go to when I was a kid in, I believe it was in Chicago, had a rental N64. And I was always obsessed with Mario 64, but my parents would never let me rent it because they're like, it's so expensive. Pizza Tower.
But yeah, one of the McDonald's here had GameCubes, and one of them had Luigi's Mansion, and that was always my go-to.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion is so much fun. And I gotta say, it
was always fun to see it, because you would always... Because they reset after like 15 minutes or whatever, so you would see how far you can get on a reset.
Oh yeah, and that's still a speedrun category to this day, is like demo disc style speedruns, where it's like how far can you get in 15 minutes. There's one where somebody beat the entirety of Ocarina of Time in the Brawl, like the Super Smash Bros. Brawl virtual console demo. Do you remember those? Or were you too old when Brawl came out?
Yeah, I was like 80 years old.
Yeah, okay. But in Brawl, you could unlock virtual console demos of games, but they would only be like 15 minutes. And so there was like this big movement in the speedrunning community to see if they could beat the entire game within that. Because it doesn't limit the game like a normal demo, it limits the time. So the entire ROM is there, you just can't play it for longer than 15 minutes. So it's like, could you theoretically beat the whole game without having to buy it? It was a cool speedrun category for a while. So kind of on the topic of Luigi's Mansion, there were 3 games that encouraged me to start streaming because they reminded me, not to sound like it's too sentimental, but there were 3 games where I played them and I felt like I did back in the day playing video games, and I was like, I should stream while playing these. And that was Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Luigi's Mansion 3, and
Diagonal Mario.
Persona 5. Those games are phenomenal, and the reason why I am streaming right now. I was gonna play Luigi's Mansion for Halloween, but unfortunately I just got too busy.
Unfortunately, I got too scared.
I got too scared, guys. So last year, I've actually been streaming for close to 2 years now, unofficially, like in Discords and stuff. I would do private streams. I only recently started doing actual, like, live streaming on like a platform where it's saved. I had to build my confidence in private, and now I can do it in public. But yeah, that was what encouraged me to start streaming, was those 3 games. I was like, these are so fun. Holy shit. Spider-Man was also in there, but that was a little bit before. I played all 3 of those like back to back because that was like right when COVID hit, and I was like, this is so much fun. Like, I feel like I'm a kid again. Anyway, so we were looking back at the year. We talked about 3D printing at length. Would you like to look forward at 3D printing, or would you like to look back at the year in gaming and your channel, and then look forward on everything?
I didn't really play any games this year, so
That's right. You only play 3 games: Super Auto
yeah.
Pets, Minecraft, and
No Man's Sky.
ah,
I've been playing No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky shill over here. Pizza Tower Ruined Plot: a middle-aged PP Check Check running through the pizza to stop the floating tower from blowing up his tower with a pizza. That is probably explained pretty badly. Yeah, so looking back at gaming, one thing that I did when I first started streaming, and now that I'm officially streaming, is I'm trying to play more games rather than play more of the same games, because I feel like a lot of content creators have this air around them where they say that the gaming industry isn't as good as when they were kids, or that gaming doesn't feel as good as it did when they were kids. And I think that the only reason that is the case is because they play 2 games. Like, Ninja still streams Fortnite. It's explained horribly in a good way. Maybe. But like, Ninja still streams Fortnite. Like, how can you get enjoyment out of a game you've been playing religiously, like every day? For how many years has he been streaming it? The game came out in was it 2018 or 2019?
Fortnite?
Yeah. But he's been playing it religiously for, let's say, 3 or 4 years.
2017?
Okay, I was right. It came out in like fall of 2017. Because I remember I played it when it first came out, and I was like, this is mid. And I've been getting back into it, and it's very fun playing a random gamer. Gaming isn't the same anymore. Me, Pizza Tower. True. I think that one of the biggest problems is that people just don't want to play outside their comfort zone. And I think gaming is the most accessible it's ever been. And it's only getting more accessible. And so my counter to people saying gaming isn't as good as just play a different game.
Yeah.
Like,
find some indie games. There are plenty of really, really good indie games out there.
Oh yeah,
that
and
will make you
OMB is gonna mention Pizza Tower.
Yeah,
when
Pizza
you say
Tower.
indies.
But there's plenty of indie games alongside Pizza Tower.
Yeah,
that'll make you feel like hey, gaming still is good. You just gotta find the games that are made by passionate people who care about what they're
Fortnite
doing.
is mid. Fortnite is
And-
peak. I don't know if you've played it recently.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I'm a changed, converted man. I used to be on the Fortnite is cringe trend. Me and Mike have been playing Fortnite, and it has been some of the most fun gaming I've played in a while. Overwatch was fun until Overwatch 2 came out, and I keep trying to convince myself that it's fun, even though it's miserable and the community is miserable around it. It's kind of a sunk cost fallacy at this point, where I'm like, I've put so much time into Overwatch, it has to still be good, even though it's really not. It's really not. I'm sorry. I'll stream it because I get like streamer credit for it, but oh man. Here's another thing. I think that this year was kind of, speaking on the topic of cringe, I think this year marks a conversion in the way that we talk about cringe content. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older, but I feel like this year has been kind of the biggest year for embracing doing stuff that makes you happy, as opposed to doing stuff that's like socially acceptable. Maybe I'm just getting older and I'm caring less what people think about me, but I feel like there's been a lot more people being like, you know what, I play Fortnite and it's fun, or you know what, I listen to Undertale Megalovania remixes and I enjoy them, or you know, like that kind of stuff. I think this year's been a huge push for that. I think it's because cringe kind of has lost all its meaning because people say cringe so much. They're like, oh, this is cringe, this is cringe, this is cringe. It's kind of lost a lot of its meaning. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm trying to think of all of the games that I've played this year. I guess I could if I really wanted to. I could pull up my Steam year in review.
Yeah, pull up your Steam year in review on stream.
Do
you know how to get to that?
I do. I just don't know if I want to make it a source. My OBS.
You just read them out.
That's what I probably will do. Shoot, how do I get to it? I hope I saved it. Do you know where it is?
How did Hogwarts... Never mind. I'm not going to complain about that.
How did Hogwarts Legacy what?
I'm finally looking at the Steam Awards.
Yeah. Did
Hogwarts
it win anything?
Best game. It won Best Game on the Steam Deck.
That's really funny. It had to win something. The community for that game has been like, how is it not winning any awards? I will definitely be trying out Hogwarts Legacy off stream because I do not want to get involved in any of that mess. So I'll let you know how the game actually is.
I still gotta play Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I don't think I will. Not because I think it's a bad game, just because I'm not really into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
I don't really like high fantasy.
Tim really wants me to play.
The Steam Awards were kind of ass this year. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 got Labor of Love, despite the fact that it hasn't gotten an update since 2020. And Starfield got Innovative Gameplay Award,
even though it
has been dropped by the modding community, which I think is the biggest crime a Bethesda game can commit. So yeah, I would not listen to the Game Awards.
Yeah, no.
How do I find this?
All award shows are kind of meh. So.
Well, we were talking about this when we talked about Pizza Tower lost to Last of Us, which Last of Us music is good, but again, it's a remake. Why do we keep giving remakes awards? It's frustrating. Anyway, you know how I find this?
If you hover over your name, and then the bottom one is year in review.
Over my name.
Top left, hover over your name, or click your name, whatever.
What do you mean my name?
In the top left, you have store, library, community, and then...
Store, library, community, my name. The bottom one says inventory. On my screen.
Huh?
It says activity, profile, friends, group, content,
let me see if I can
badges.
find a link for you to... Or if you...
Activity? No. Groups, content, badges, inventory. I looked at it. I just...
Yeah, it's still there for me.
Game over. Go to your store, and Steam and Review is there. Steam and Review.
The only thing I see from the store page is the Steam Awards.
Yeah, I'm not seeing year in review either. I really want to show it because I'm actually kind of proud of how my year in review has been. Did I find it? Oh, I found it! There we go. I'll share it. Copy link. I'm going to send this to myself so I don't lose it. But I found it. Give me a sec while I make this a source on... Oh, that's not it. That is...
How many achievements did you get this year?
A lot. I'm an achievement fiend.
Damn. Oh yeah, I forget you're one of those. I was gonna say, I feel like I did pretty well for achievements because I got 151, but I'm sure. I feel like for the amount of games I played, 151 is pretty good.
Okay, so here is, how do I set this up on OBS? Live cam's gonna go down for a sec, so that I can. That's it. I could change this. No, that's not gonna work. Got 74 achievements and they're all Pizza Tower. You know what? I am proud of you for that. That took some work. There we go. Okay. So here is my Steam year in review. Hopefully it doesn't dox any actual information about me. I played 35 games, 18 of which were new. I got 445 achievements. I played a lot of Overwatch. I 100%ed Slime Rancher, which was like the highlight of my year, I think. Hollow Cure was 10% of my total playtime, which is crazy. Yeah, I got 445 achievements. I told you, I'm an achievement fiend. My longest streak was 17 days, and ironically enough, this streak is the exact same, like day and date with Mike. He and I managed to get the exact same streak. I just have one more day than he does. 6% of my playtime was on new releases, and I guarantee that is just Overwatch 2. I do not play games when they're new. I like to play old games. Here is my Overwatch skills. Again, do not look at this because this is embarrassing that I play Overwatch. Anyway, here is Slime Rancher. I 100%ed this game. That felt fantastic to do. Hollow Cure. I am so excited about this, dog. I grinded the hell out of this game. I'm still working on finishing it up. Once I do, I'm going to do a Road to 100 stream for this. I played a lot of Cozy Grove, but I stopped playing it around March because I used to play it with a friend of mine, but then we stopped talking and I kind of lost my ambition to play the game. Every once in a while I get the bug to play a Lego game, and I like to 100% them when I do. And so Pizza Tower is in my library. I bought it during the winter sale. Here is a breakdown of my months. There's when I played TF2 on stream. Here's Hollow Cure, Balloons, Overwatch. I played Castle Crashers a bit. Here's my controller gameplay. Longest streak was 18 days from August to September. Hey, that's Golf with Friends. That was when we played on stream that one day. Remember that?
Oh, we should do that again sometime.
I'm telling you, after the drinking balloon stream, we'll do that. So here are all of the games that I played this year. So
I forgot that I
played
a lot of my
Picross. I forgot about that. So when I was in work meetings, there was like 2 weeks where I was grinding Picross. I was like obsessed with that game. Where is it? Yeah, May and June I grinded Picross. And what's GTYF? GTYF. Golf with Friends. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, here you can see I grinded out Picross in like a month. I got all of the achievements. I tried out Polybridge, tried out People's Playground. Didn't really like either of those. There's when we first streamed Power Wash. There's where I first streamed Hollow Cure those first couple times. I streamed Portal 2 with Gigi. I'd like to finish that off this year because God, that's a game that I still haven't finished off. Oh my gosh.
We got to finish Power Wash Simulator.
That's true. We got to finish Power Wash Simulator. I really want to show off Demon Turf because I feel like that's another game that's fun. There's when I streamed Pumpkin Jack. I think you can tell when I started streaming because I used to play way more games and then I started streaming and it's like 5 games that I play. Like right here. Stream, not stream. These are all games that I've streamed. These are all games I've streamed. These are all games I've streamed. View your entire Steam library. I mean, I could show it off. I don't have anything. Well, I know for a fact that. Hold on. I wanna make sure that nothing pops out. I think I can show this. Oh wait, I'm already still showing it. Never mind. So here's my library. Kirby, did I tell you about this game, Senran Kagura? I have to look at it a little bit more just to see, but
oh, is that the
Mike?
one
That's the one Mike got for me, and he was like, "You have to play it." I finally got the last Shantae game that I needed on Steam. Hold on. There it is. See, it's on the next page. Don't worry. There it is. This is a game I really want to show off. Corn Kids 64. It's a game that a friend of mine sent me a video on TikTok about, and it was like $3.99 on sale. But it's a N64 platformer. Time to refund Pizza Tower. Thanks, Fuzzy. Frogun, I really want to try that one out. Eastward, I really want to try out. I've heard good things about One Shot, so I picked it up on sale. Squadron was on. I guess I could show off my entire playlist here. A lot of these I've already completed. But Cuphead, that's one I wouldn't mind streaming because I really enjoy Cuphead. I want to stream DuckTales Remastered at some point. Oh, there's Galgun and Galgun Pixies. Do you know about Galgun, Kirby, or no?
No.
It's one of those games. It's like Honey Pop. If you're, they're like the sus games that you play to be funny. You know the ones, right?
Yeah, I don't,
okay.
I don't play those games.
So one thing that I had been kicking around was I really wanted to do a like get a fight, like maybe build my own fight stick and then try and learn a fighting game, and I thought Idle Showdown would be really funny for that. Yeah, I don't really feel like going through the rest of my list, but that's pretty much the bulk of it. And I bought into the craze. I bought into the craze when Vera played Muse Dash, and so I own Muse Dash. But yeah, okay, we're gonna move back to live cam. So that was my Steam year in review. So now that we're back to Legos, I think this is a great way to transition into the new year. So what we want to do, like, coming up. Oh, and we have another ultimate challenge. What's your ultimate challenge? It's probably going to be get all the achievements in Pizza Tower, I'm guessing. Honestly, one of the biggest problems that I have with play Pizza Tower right here, right now. No! I want to stream Pizza Tower for a Pizza Tower stream. I want to give it...
It's gotta be proper.
It's gotta be proper. I can't, because what if I play it now and I mess it up and I'm like, I hate this game and I never want to play it again. Exactly. I've got to give it its own stream so that I can sit down and enjoy it. But I have a feeling I'm going to really like it. One of my... If you play Pizza Tower, I'm unsubbing. Sorry, Fuzzy. See, my hands are tied. I can't have Fuzzy unsub from me. Take that up with Fuzzy. No, don't send hate to Fuzzy. I'm kidding. But yeah, my goal in the new year, just on a gaming level, is I want to play more games. That's always kind of my year goal, so it's nothing new. I think that a lot of the times I and a lot of other gamers get into this mentality where it's like you gotta grind out a game that you really like. But I want to try and play more games, and I also want to finish the games that I started in 2023 that I didn't end up finishing. So Hollow Cure is one of those. Portal 2 is one of those. There's a lot of other miscellaneous games that I want to finish off. Power Wash we mentioned. Um, yeah. Do you have any gaming ambitions for next year, Kirby?
No, not really.
Do you want to
Already beat
actually
all- I
play
beat
some
all the
games?
No, not really.
Kirby's goal is he wants to actually play games instead of just Super Auto Pets,
Nah.
Super Auto Pets, and Minecraft. Super Auto
Play more
Pets.
Lethal Company.
Yeah, more Lethal Company. There's a mod that turns the mansion level into Peach's Castle from 64, and I was like, damn, we should download that, as well as the Jiggle Jiggle mod, so that Kirby can stay focused on the game. I want to play more console games. There's a bunch of PS5 games that I didn't get to play that I want to play. God of War is one of them. As the one and only Pizza Tower addict, this is an L for Fuzzy. My main goal is to get Kirby to play CS2. Thank you, Fuzzy.
I haven't played it this year yet.
Yeah, right?
I haven't played it in like 2 months.
As I said, I would rather sit bare ass on broken glass than play CS. That looks like such a miserable game to play. And I think you can attest to that, given how you haven't even played it yet. My main goal is to have over 1,000 hours in Pizza Tower. That's a lot of hours. You're gonna be the antithesis to everything that I mentioned on stream today about gamers need to play more games instead of just playing the same game over and over again. But hey, if you're still finding enjoyment in it, I am not gonna stop you. You can do, if that's truly what you want to do, go for it. Go for it. I'm mainly sick of all the content creators and streamers being like, gaming isn't fun anymore. It's like, yeah, because all you play is battle pass schlock and like all this other crap.
I gotta grind the battle pass so that I don't have to pay for the next one.
Yeah, that's the biggest,
Play
and
a
that's
game
a
that you
oh
like to
my
play.
gosh, and I am the biggest thing that I hate about Fortnite is how expensive the game is. It is the most expensive free to play game ever. It is like so expensive. Like skins are like $20. I remember when people got mad that Skyrim had horse DLC that was like $1 or something like that. And now you have to pay like all this money just to have your characters look different. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like how much do those little baubles cost in Overwatch? Those little things that swing off of your gun.
Nobody gives a shit about those. But yeah,
Valorant. Valorant has it too.
Valorant has it probably worse than
And then I know, I mean, Counter-Strike is no better because they got it too, but at least they have a marketplace where you can sell it. Like, so you can kind of argue it's an investment or a gamble. The price might go up. And I can sell it and get my money back.
It's technically illegal to do that in not Overwatch, in Fortnite. They don't, if you sell your account, it's considered like.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The only way to sell your stuff is to sell the entire account. You can't trade the stuff off of the account.
No. Which it is it is technically against their guidelines, so you're not allowed to do it.
That the account will get
banned. But yeah, so like I started playing Fortnite because of the Peter Griffin skin. Because I was like, this is funny. This is so funny. So Peter Griffin was the level 100 battle pass tier reward. So you have to complete the battle pass to get him. Luckily there was a glitch where you could max the battle pass day one. I definitely didn't cheat and do that. I definitely played fair. Anyway, since I am an adult with a life, I cheated to get the battle pass. But it's crazy to me that what they want is they want you to buy battle pass tier skips, which is so scummy to me. I feel like
Yeah, pay for the battle pass, and because you have a full-time job,
You have to pay because
you have to
legitimately
pay
you have to
get all the stuff
grind
in the
to
battle
get. Yeah,
pass.
it's like it bothers me so much. And then also if a character's in the battle pass instead of in the shop, you just can't get them. So like Rick from Rick and Morty, if you didn't buy the battle pass and get it up to the level to get him, you will never get him ever again. Same with OG Spider-Man, and a bunch of other people. Hey, OMB, how would you feel if Pepino got added as a skin in Fortnite?
Me?
No, OMB, not you.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Dude, Pizza Tower Fortnite? Let's go.
What if they like actually added Pizza Tower,
I don't know. I think
like as a building?
play zero build Fortnite and come back to me and let me know how you feel about Fortnite. Zero
I was
build
gonna say,
Fortnite.
part of the problem with old Fortnite was the building. Is
Yeah, no. Zero
the whole
build
meme? I hear footsteps. I'm at the top of the map.
Zero build Fortnite saved Fortnite. I will die on that hill. Fortnite would have died way sooner, or would be dead.
People got and are still way too sweaty at building in Fortnite.
Yeah. Also, how can Mike and I yell at each other about our skill difference if? Oh, you can't even see that. That is off the camera. Hold on. I'll block up off that vodka bottle in the corner with the plane. Running out of space. I would go insane because Fortnite would ruin Pizza Tower. I don't know.
Oh,
I hit a clip as
Bring it
Peter Griffin, and now I want to watch the show. Now I want to watch Family Guy. If I hit a clip as
bring it
Peppino,
back
I'd be like, all right, load up Pizza Tower right now.
yeah.
The adrenaline's flowing. I keep wanting to click my mouse to advance the page. Mom, I can't
coming
click
back
the book.
to music, video game music.
Yeah.
How did Octodad not win anything?
Did Octodad come out this year? Hasn't that been out for years?
Yeah.
Uh.
But so was The Last of Us.
Yeah, I mean, Last of Us music is good because it's like atmospheric, but the fact that I think the thing that's more embarrassing is the fact that we're giving awards to games that come out awful at launch and barely get fixed. Like Last of Us came out and was like atrocious at launch, and like Naughty Dog was like, "Oh, well, we can't patch it because like we're like really busy." And like I'm pretty sure it's still unoptimized for PC. And
Yeah.
Spider-Man's the same way. Like I've been trying to grind out the achievements so that I can play it on stream, and it keeps crashing. And it's like these games aren't good. Why do we keep giving them awards and stuff?
You know what game came out and was good on release?
Pizza Tower.
Baldur's Gate 3 and Pizza Tower.
I thought that's the joke you're gonna make. Yeah, no,
That would have been.
I definitely think it deserved to win Game of the Year because it had developers go, "Don't play this game because it sets a bad precedent for the industry."
Developers being
when you have other developers,
a game this good.
Yeah, no, when
like,
you have other developers saying we can never be this good, that's when you know you got a good game on your hands.
Yeah.
And you know what really sucks is that Hasbro turned around and fired all of the people that made it on Hasbro's end. Did you hear about that or no?
No.
Or is this news to you? Oh man, I am sorry to be the one to tell you this. So Wizards of the Coast, they are the people that do D&D.
Yeah.
They are owned by Hasbro. Hasbro had massive layoffs right before Christmas and then turned around and gave their CEOs like $1 million bonuses. And all of the people that they fired at Wizards of the Coast were the people that worked directly with the Baldur's Gate developers to implement the IP. So they were like, yeah, all of the people that helped us from Wizards of the Coast are gone. Isn't that great? Isn't it great how capitalism benefits us by firing us when we do good jobs? That's what I love.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish they added Peppino in real life. I wish Italians were real. Oh,
Yeah.
have you seen that picture of Busty Goth Garfield saying that? She's like eating Olive Garden. She's like, I love Olive Garden. I wish Italian people were real.
Yeah.
That was a Pizza Tower meme for a little bit as well. You know how memes, just the noise was real. Hey, shout out to the guy who went on a
I wish the
crazed
voices in my head were
rampage.
real.
Did you hear about the guy that went on a crazed rampage because he thought that Domino's was making fun of him with the noise? And he held people at gunpoint for a little bit. That's why they stopped using the Noid.
Oh yeah.
I have this like eclectic series of knowledge that's like I will not know what people's names are, but then I'll know that like exactly what I just said, you know. The Noid. I should play Yo Noid on stream. Was that the end of my? Oh no, I still got time on that. All right, so since we're kind of at that, what the? Oh, okay. So we're kind of at that time, I guess, in our conversation. We avoided the Noid, and now we need to avoid the noise. That's funny. So we are kind of at that time in our talks about New Year and everything where we can move on to the new year. Well, I guess we didn't talk about the VTuber industry. Was there anything you really wanted to say about the VTuber industry for this past year before we moved on?
Not that I'm mentally prepared for now.
I will say I think maybe it's just a YouTube as a whole. I'll say YouTube because I'm not really big into the Twitch scene. I'm trying to work on that, but I'm not really big in on Twitch. I've always been a YouTube boy at heart. But I will say I think that this has been one of the biggest years for movement of smaller channels. I think that the algorithm has been moving slowly to promote smaller channels. And I think we've also seen that in the VTuber industry. I think we've seen a lot of big movement from more indies as opposed to just corporate VTubers. Which is obviously, I have a vested interest in that as an indie VTuber. But yeah, I think maybe it's
As
just
somebody
because
who benefits from this information.
someone who benefits
I
from
found
telling
this
you
information very interesting.
and I also might be biased because I started streaming this year, so I have a different perspective on everything. But I also, my YouTube accounts that aren't directly linked to my channel that I use have also been getting recommended smaller streamers. So I feel pretty confident in saying that this is a site-wide thing. And a lot of other people have also said this. I'm not the only one to say this.
Hopefully it sticks around because I like it. I think it's cool to see every once in a while see a video on my feed that's like,
Got 10
hey,
views
this
or
isn't a
something.
topic that you're interested in, and it
Yeah.
only has 36 views. You want to watch it? I'm like, hell yeah! Every time I want to watch.
Again, complete bias because I am a small creator, but I feel like it's a little bit cooler because it feels a little bit more exclusive.
Yeah.
Because you get to talk to somebody who's like right now, if my chat was filled with like a lot of people, I wouldn't be able to have direct conversations with anybody.
It would just be us talking and a bunch of people spamming +2 because we're geniuses.
Because I'm the smartest guy ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll see how the industry moves. I like where it's going, and I hope it continues to go in that good way. And like I said, I think we're seeing. I'm glad we're not seeing like I've seen a lot.
Fuzzy.
Here, I got you. No, I have to sign in? Shut up. Okay, here. Look at that. Plus 1 billion. Shit. I was saying something and I completely forgot it because you made the +2 joke.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I forgot what you're talking about too. Been watching too much Northern Lion lately. Fauna's Oshi.
So where I want my channel to go, my like graduation goal, like if I were like I would get to this goal and this would be like the final big goal that I'd have before I could say like like bucket list goal, I think would be a better thing, is 1 mil. And once I got to 1 mil, I think that's when I'd be like, you know what, I did it. I can rest now. I definitely would like to hit partner this year. That would be fantastic. I don't know if that's I don't know, because I've never been in this situation before in my life, so it's kind of hard to predict. I also don't want to seem like I'm being like, guys, hit that bell, subscribe to me because I have to hit this goal or whatever. Like, I'm never really going to be that person. But it would be really cool to hit partner by the end of this year. It would let me do a lot more with the channel. I know the big elephant in the room is monetization of content. That's not the main reason why I would be interested in partner. Right now, I think one of the things I really would like to do is add emotes to the channel, and you can't do that unless you're partner. Also, if you're partner, it means you have a bigger audience, and I would love to do some more community engagement kind of stuff with my audience, like these kinds of streams. Like last night, Callie was streaming and drawing commissions from her audience, and like that kind of stuff is the exact type of thing I would love to do. There's some big projects that I've had ideas for that I would love to do, but they require a bigger audience to do. I'd love to do like subathon stuff, not because I want the subs, but because I want to have an excuse to do an endurance stream at some point. I think those are really cool, and I'd love to try one of them one time. But again, those require a little bit bigger of an audience. Yeah, I'd like to be really ambitious with the stuff that I do, because at the end of the day, it's just a video, I think I held myself back a little bit in this past year because I was like, well, I keep a I don't know if you do this, Kirby. I think it's probably just a me problem, but I feel like I look at my channel as if I'm somebody with like 2 million subscribers. Like, I'm really hesitant to make different content because I'm like, oh, what if my audience doesn't like this or blah blah blah. But realistically,
what if they love it?
Like, I posted that video. I posted that video of me, like the Lego wreath video, and it hit almost 8K views, which is like crazy for my channel because most of my videos get like 800 views maybe at the most, so 8K is crazy. And like, not to say I put a lot of work into that video, but like it wasn't one that I like spent weeks working on. So to see that, I was like really shocked. I was like, holy moly, this is a video that like blows up. So like, you really never know. Also, one thing I think is people really don't like my stream clips, so I might have to move away from those. Because every time I post a stream clip video, it gets like 20 views or something like that. It does like so bad. So if you do like that content, I won't make like a call to action, but if you do like those, make sure you're like liking and commenting or whatever, because as on my end, it looks like nobody really likes those. So if you want to see more of those, engage with them as much as you can. I'm trying to think of other channel stuff. I still have to work it out with Gigi, but when I get back from vacation, we've been working on a re-debut. So I believe one day when I get back, I will be debuting, like doing an actual debut like the VTubers do, where like I do the questionnaire thing about me and I talk about my lore and I have a new model and all of that stuff. I don't want to hard announce anything because we're still working on the model, but once that's finished, I have everything done on my end to do that. It's just on Gigi's end because she is the person that makes my models. But we have a lot of really cool stuff planned, and she's like halfway through making it. So if that comes to fruition, that'll be super cool. I haven't even told Kirby about some of the bigger end aspects of it. So when Kirby sees it, he's gonna be like, "What?
I know nothing."
Real, he does. He does know nothing about it. And speaking about big projects, I'm hoping it sets the stage for a whole year of like big work. But next week, I can finally talk about this. I'm so excited. I have my first big partnership for the channel next week. Next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be special themed content every day with a big announcement on Friday. That big announcement, hopefully, I gotta edit the video tomorrow, will coincide with a really big channel announcement, and that will be in the form of a like actual video, not just a short. I don't know how long the video will go, but I'm guessing it'll be around like the normal length that my videos go, so like 20-ish minutes. And I am like, I was so excited I almost leaked it to Kirby the day that I started working on it. Luckily I held it in, but I don't have to hold it in any longer because it gets officially announced next week. And if you know anything about the channel, I'm guessing you can already guess what it is related to. And after stream, I'm Kirby. If you want to, you could give me your guess, or you could DM it to me, and I will tell you whether you're right or not. Or if you don't care, you don't have to. But yeah, I am so excited to formally announce it. I won't give any more information about it because I want it to be like a cool surprise when it comes out next week. But that's why I'm kind of doing a little bit more of a chill stream today, is because I will be on vacation next week. I won't be streaming, but big channel updates and videos and everything. And I'm actually, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually ahead of schedule. So when I get back from vacation, I think I have a week's worth of content already finished. So I don't have to worry about the day I get back from vacation grinding out a bunch of work. So that is exciting because I really could use a break. No offense. Not at all to the channel. On a channel end, I need to force myself into a break because I spend almost every day working on some type of Ace game or something, and I need to give myself a little bit of a break so I don't burn out. On a work level with my grad studies, I will gladly take a break from that stuff for a little bit before it gets crazy. So I think that's pretty much all of the looking forward for the channel itself. Do you have any updates for your channel that you want to talk about, Kirby?
I don't really plan anything. Just kind of go with the flow. I got a lot of other stuff going on, as far as like Etsy and stuff, but that is neither here nor there.
The heck? Why did I run out of these people? Is there another bag I'm missing? Ah, I screwed it up. Shoot. And I don't have one of those separators. Piece of towel. Ah, got it. Yeah, baby. Yeah, buddy! I'm really sad I was supposed to get my Nendoroids from Crunchyroll yesterday, and I didn't. I wanted to show them off. So I've got my Shantae one here. I'll tilt her towards the camera so you guys can see her. And then I've locked up the Gurur one. She is in the cage. She's in the cage. Do not free her. She's next to Sonic. Oh, that's a one thing I wanted to ask audience, which I know I don't really have a huge audience, but I have the Road to 100 series, which is basically like taking a a game that I played on stream and fully completing it. But what I wanted to ask is, there's a lot of games that I've completed off stream. Would you guys be interested in me making a Road to 100 stream where I basically just play it for a little bit and then like count it as a Road to the 100, even though I didn't technically complete it on stream? I'm not exactly sure, because I put a lot of work into completing games off stream, and so it's like I don't want them to like not count.
Wait,
But yeah.
but if it's a road to 100,
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
you're working toward that. That still counts.
yeah, but I wanted it to be a stream specific like
Yeah,
thing,
but
so
it still counts.
because I have right now I have let me pull up Steam again and look. I have 20 perfect games on Steam with 740 achievements. I dare you to P rank the first level. So one thing I like to do with games that I stream is I like to just play them, and then I will try and complete them. What the heck? I try to complete them after I beat the game. So I probably wouldn't go for P ranks until after I've already completed the game. Just because I want to enjoy the game. I don't want to like force myself to try and P rank a stage before I even finish the game itself. Oh, no. I'm doing this right. I'm doing this right. I didn't realize I was supposed to flip this because I'm reading chat. I like Batman next to Sonic.
It's just like Fortnite all over again.
Fortnite. I hope Sonic gets added to Fortnite. I wish more video game characters would get added to Fortnite, because Fortnite's representation is kind of like if your dad picked the Fortnite reps.
It's all like...
It's like
hyper
Mortal
mainstream.
Kombat. Yeah. Oh, the funniest joke I saw about Mortal Kombat was Mortal Kombat is Smash Bros, but if your dad picked the reps. I hope Fortnite dies.
good.
No! Fortnite will live for a long time. I think it'll be a while.
Fortnite should add Marge Simpson.
They should add Homer Simpson. I gotta be honest, the Peter Griffin collab was kind of, after all the build-up, all the people that were like, Peter Griffin in Fortnite, it kind of like was like, oh god, don't get my face on camera. It was kind of a dud, honestly.
I think a lot of the hype was just generated by the community because everybody was like, "Oh my god, that's so funny," as like a joke.
Well, I think a lot of people have been talking about Peter Griffin in Fortnite for years.
Yeah.
And then it happened, and
Well,
it was kind of
especially
like
since
they didn't even really focus on it at all. It was like you know, and making it the level 100 of the battle pass. I don't know. They Ricks till they Morty, then they Jerry. Oh. My dad just texted me, "Got swag." What is the rest of this? Oh, never mind. They mean like the adult version of swag, which is like memorabilia and items. One joke, speaking of The Simpsons, one joke that me and Mike like lose it over is, it's like a picture of Oppenheimer and it says, "I am become Bart the Simpson," and that's it. That's the whole joke, and it is so funny. I am become Bart the Simpson.
I still have to watch Oppenheimer.
It's really good. It's really, really good.
I wish I watched it in theaters, but it was just not a good time for me, and I just didn't have time to go see it.
Introverts be like,
Yeah.
going outside is kind of hard. No,
I couldn't get anyone to go with me, and I don't like going to the theater alone.
See, that's
Even
why
though
it's
I'm a grown
epic.
adult man.
Mike came all the way up from his house to meet me, and we went and saw it and Barbie like back to back. I will say, I have become Bart the Simpson. I gotta be honest, was not a huge fan of. I was not a huge fan of Barbie. I'm not the target audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say
so like
you are the target audience, so that's surprising that you weren't a huge fan.
I felt it was kind of
I guess you're not Knuff. Ken how does the meme go?
enough. You were right.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a little I don't really want to get I really don't want this to be political or anything, but I felt like the message was a little heavy-handed. It was very much like slammed you over the head with the ideas, and I was like, okay, I get it.
It is a
And the ending kind of bothered me a little bit.
it is a kids movie, so.
Yeah, but you got the people that act like it's some big deal, you know? They're like I don't know. Anyway, moving on from that. Oppenheimer was amazing. Feel like it didn't mince on the subject matter. Like, it didn't make Oppenheimer to be this like superhero or anything. It was just a guy who made the atom bomb.
Yeah.
And I think it did a really great job of showing all of the political aspects of it. It's Christopher Nolan, right? That's the guy the director, right? The guy that did the Batman stuff.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, his style is so dramatic and really nice. Like the dropping of the atom bomb was such a good moment. Alrighty, we did it. We finished our second set. So here is Tails' workshop. So we've got this little cart here. We've got this little chair for Sonic to... Oh, I knocked him down. Got this little chair for Sonic to lounge
I do
on.
have to bounce semi-soonish. I have to make a run to the post office.
Don't. We've got this little...
No, I have to.
No, I know. I've become Bart the Simpson.
I have become
There's
Bart.
the plane. And then we've got the little Buzz Bomber. BBB. Okay, I'm going to put them over to the side so we can pull out the next Lego set. But yes, this is Studiopolis Zone. I'm going to put Sonic right there so you guys can not see him. There's too much stuff next to the camera. Okay, so I don't know which set to go with next. I really want to go with one set, but I think the other is funnier for Kirby. So I've got the Shadow the Hedgehog set, where Shadow is in a motorcycle. And then I've also got the Knuckles and Rouge set, where Knuckles is in a fucking mech. Look at the Knuckles mech. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the Shadow one first, but I wanted to show Kirby the Knuckles mech. Look at that Knuckles mech. And then look, it's Rugy Bat. I don't know if you can see her. See, it's Rouge Bat. So yeah, we're gonna do the Shadow one first. Wait, I gotta play You guys ready? I wish I could play it, but I think I'd get taken down. There's that edit of the one anime song where it plays Shadow's theme in the background. Or it's Can You See All of Me? I am all the... I saw this set in like a leak, and I was like, I have to buy that as soon as it comes out. So talking about Sonic, because I'm a true Sonic fan at heart. Do you remember the Sonic Symphony, Kirby, or no?
No.
Oh, damn. When the Sonic Symphony came out in 2021, me and Mike watched it live. And they played this song, and it was so fucking hype. There was that. Have you seen that picture where it's all the, um, it's all the. They came out around like 2020, like when the pandemic hit, and it was a bunch of superheroes in a hospital, and they're like bowing to a bunch of like workers who are like walking down the hallway.
Yeah.
So somebody photoshopped that to have Shadow walking down the middle of the hallway, and they said this was the world when Crush 40 started playing this in the symphony, which is the funniest thing I've ever read. Also, Sonic Movie 2 was the hypest shit ever. Did that come out this year or was that last year? I think that was last year. Yeah, that was last year. Because I watched it, I was still in college. Liam. Look at that Shadow! Oh my gosh, look at him. I'm dying. This is so cool. I don't think you understand how cool this is. This is like everything I wanted. You step back on me. Do it. Do it. Can you see your... Okay, so Kirby. Before you leave.
Yeah.
Predictions for 2023 in the printing industry. I'm at Aldi. Oh, little thing that I should show off. The little characters are running. That's like a progress bar for the set. So I think my big prediction is that somebody, my biggest guess is Creality, but somebody is going to come out with an open source AMS or like an AMS that works for more than just Bamboo printers. That is my biggest prediction.
I mean, those.
I think
Yeah.
Creality is probably in the best place to do it because they just released a Core XY printer that directly competes with the Bamboo printers. And so it would be the easiest for them to clone their AMS
Especially
because they
since
already have a Core XY printer.
not cloning Bamboo's AMS, but cloning something like the and I say this a lot, the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder.
Oh, here we go.
An open source project. It would make a lot of sense if they took the base of that project and made it more accessible, made parts out of injection molding and that kind of stuff, and used an open source project as a base for an AMS system.
Yeah,
That's what I think is going to happen, and I think that would still be very, very cool, especially if it does end up being an open source thing, to where, like, if you wanted, you could get it running on like an Elegoo Neptune or something.
yeah, I definitely think that Creality is in the best place to do it.
Yeah.
I would just hope that they only take the design from Bamboo. They don't take the methodology from Bamboo
Yeah,
and
like
lock
I said,
it behind their infrastructure.
hopefully it stays like an open source project. That'd be cool.
But I would think, my thought, and maybe I'm just being too optimistic, is that they realize that would kind of shoot them in the foot if they did that, because
I
think that Bamboo would be shooting themselves in the foot if they made it closed source, because everybody's biggest complaint of Creality is their infrastructure is kind of awful.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But
Like, Creality
I don't
Print
think,
is
I don't
not
think they would
good.
make it closed source because there's already that base of open source. I mean, even the
Yeah.
Prusa MMU, that's open source. That's where the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder.
And when I say open
started.
source, I don't necessarily mean like I'm gonna be fully honest. I don't know all the intricacies of what counts as open source and what doesn't. The biggest thing that I think matters is, can it be modded by the average person? I think that's the big. That's what I say.
That's what open source. You can be open source without being like. It just means that the source code, all of the models and everything,
Yeah.
are public for people.
Which I don't know if that
doesn't mean that
necessarily
they're not
is,
patented, but just means that they're public. There are different open source license. Like some open source license, if you make modifications, you have to share it back to the main branch. that kind of stuff.
Look at that. It's the Shadow logo. That's so
But
cool.
yeah, I have a feeling, and it's not that Creality can't or don't want to build something from the ground up. I just think that the framework is already there, so why not use it?
Yeah. I also think at this point, like we said with Bamboo, even if you're building it quote unquote from the ground up, the advancements in the field are what you're starting at. Like
Yeah.
you are not starting at RepRap anymore. You're starting at Marlin. You're starting at like developments that have been made in the field, even if you're starting from the ground up. So to say that things are solely made by the companies themselves, I think is disingenuous. But yeah, my biggest thing is I think that Creality is definitely going to release an AMS. I that like if this were a bingo card or if I was a betting man, that would be like my top
Your
bet.
free center square.
No.
No, my free center square would be a large form factor bamboo printer.
Yeah, that I think they probably are like the K1 Max has had it too good for too long, and they're gonna release something, and
I
people are
have a
gonna be
feeling.
like, "This is awful."
Here's my controversial take potentially.
Uh
I
huh.
have a feeling their first large form factor printer is going to be based on the A1 series.
Oh, so they're gonna make like a
they're gonna release an
CR10.
A1, yeah, an A1 Max. Is
I
my
Why do they
thinking.
keep competing in the bed slinger space? It's
I
just
don't
a
know.
like compare that to the Neptune Max. Like, what's the point?
No, I agree, but I think that
Oh
makes the
man,
most sense
for them, yeah, maybe.
simplicity wise, because designing a new Core XY, like they have to redesign, especially the way that their Core XY is made versus Crealities, is that they have a lot of stamped sheet metal on theirs, and you have to get a whole new design for a bigger printer for that kind of stuff. Versus Creality just basically extending their extrusions.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think a A1 Max makes a lot of sense. I do think they will release like a Creality K1 or P1 Max, but I think the A1 Max is going to come first. Here's here's my firmware maybe controversial take.
Okay.
As far as firmware, so we saw a big surge in Clipper this year.
Yeah.
I think Marlin's coming back. Marlin firmware
Really?
just recently
What
got
for?
input shaping
Ooh.
and pressure, and they've had pressure advanced. They got that earlier this year. Um, I think Clipper, although it's cool and it's made a lot of advancements, I think having a single board computer on your printer is a little bit overkill. So I think Marlin will make a comeback, and there is already I forgot who makes it. Loyal Moses made a video on it, but a Marlin based printer that has pressure advanced and has input shaping that prints just as fast as an A1, as a Bamboo Lab A1,
Yeah.
and it's just Marlin, and it has like Wi-Fi printing and everything, and it's like ooh. So as cool as I think Clipper is, and as much as I like the Tinkerer in me likes Clipper because I can go and change
Like
everything
everything.
firmware related without having to recompile the firmware. I
Yeah.
don't think Marlin's going to go anywhere. I think we're going to see a little bit of a resurgence with it,
Yeah,
especially
I
on the
think
budget end of 3D printing.
if Marlin could have a if Marlin had a way to implement those small features that I was mentioning, I
Yeah,
think that it would definitely be a shoe in to stay alive. Because, like I said, I don't really use all of the aspects of Clipper if we're
but
getting
yeah,
down to
being
it.
able to do if Marlin can do Wi-Fi printing, time lapses,
Yeah,
uh, uh, and a few other minor things, which it's moving to there, then I think
temperature control,
yeah, the
like Wi-Fi
benefits
temperature control.
yeah the benefits of well, that's what I mean by Wi-Fi printing, just being able to control the printer over a web interface. um the benefits of Clipper kind of get diminished if Marlin can also do that, especially for your average 3D printer guy, and I think most people would be okay if it's Marlin but still has all the same features. Most
Oh,
people would
come
be okay
on.
with that,
Yeah. I definitely think
especially
that might
since
be.
the boards are substantially easier to make and develop.
Or you could be like
Clipper
Chet
boards are
and
Clipper
you just
boards are
take one of
fairly
those
complicated,
really easy Windows computers, and that's what you run the whole printer off of.
but those don't have stepper drivers.
Oh no, I only say that because I know it always. You always come up with a different reason
Yeah.
for why that tweet is bad. Bring back Clippy is what Fuzzy says.
Yeah, bring back Clippy on Windows. They need to add Clippy to printers. Oh,
Real.
Prusa Slicer added. I turned that off as soon as I saw it, but they have a Clippy-like thing where it's,
Oh yeah,
Prusa comes up and he's like, "Hey,
he's
it
like,
looks
guys, you
this."
should do
No,
this, and I'm like, thanks, Joseph Prussia. Can you shut
I
up now?
shouldn't do that. I don't care.
I gotta
won't
be
look
honest,
into
I
it.
really do not like Prussia Slicer. I want to go back to Creality, or to Cura.
Fine by me.
I really
I think
don't.
you should
like
try. Have you tried Orca Slicer? Because its layout is very much like Creality or
Cura.
Cura.
I could see. I at some point I just gotta say, you know what? I'm gonna be okay with what I got.
Yeah, whatever. Like I said, whatever works for you. I'm not gonna hold anything against
Since
you if you use
since I've given
Slicer.
you so much shit about it, you've toned down the. Well, this would work better if you were using Prussia Slicer.
I just won't be able to help you with anything because I don't know how to use Cura anymore.
That's honestly the only reason why I haven't moved my K1 to Cura, is just so that I can have you help me on it. But yeah, so my big thing, so you mentioned like maybe a hot take or like a really wish. I think that the recycling part of YouTube, like, or the makerspace, is gonna take off because we've seen a lot of videos from makers like CNC Kitchen, and oh shit, what's the other guy? Teaching Tech, that have made videos about the recycling stuff, and they've been like, it's almost there. And I've been saying this for a while, but the biggest thing that it's mainly the polymer and like the plastics industry, they will rag on and on and on about thermal history. However, what I've said for a while, because I do have a background in polymer chemistry slightly, is that if you're within a certain range, you don't affect the plastics thermal history, because otherwise plastics, you could never use them. So like if you're really careful about how you melt your plastics, you can theoretically use them forever. And that's what that video from Brothers Make concluded, basically, is they said we could not find any degradation in the plastic after like 10 times of remelting it, because
Yeah.
they are really careful about the way that they recycle. And
And it's
I
all
think
about
that
it's all about not breaking those polymer chains, right?
and I think
Basically.
we're gonna well, so what happens is, as polymer chains are basically like Legos, and so what I think what these places are finding now is that what the heck, this does not look right. I might have put these in wrong. Ah, yes, I put them in wrong. Okay, anyway, sorry. So what a lot of these places are finding is that they are able to, like Brothers Make, they're able to run like small scale operations, and they can be more efficient in recycling than large scale operations. The biggest problem with recycling is scalability, but what we're finding is that smaller businesses can start up under this, and it does put a hard cap on how far you can grow. However, I think this might be an especially hot take. I think we're seeing a shift in the way that capitalism functions, at least in America, where people are less looking at growth and looking more at economic sustainability. And And so things like recycling in small business are becoming more viable because a business that can last long is more important than a business that can grow. That is a hot take, I realize, so I won't focus too much on that. But back to the main thing about recycling. I think people like CNC Kitchen and Brothers Make are finding that when you are really good and conscious about your recycling and you can be efficient with it, um, then you can recycle really efficiently and you don't tap into that thermal history. So basically, plastics work like Lego bricks, where you take, like this is what they call a monomer, and then a polymer is when you stack multiple monomers on top of each other. What happens when you heat it up is you slowly start to break the bonds between the molecules on a chemical level. And every material has like a melting and a boiling point. So if you can keep something molten without getting it into the like burn range, you won't start to break down those polymer chains, and so you can theoretically use it forever. That's the unique property of 3D printing plastics being thermoplastics. It's why you can print with them, because if you can like melt them down and reform them. So I think that the recycling community, with the introduction of the ArtMe, I think now the biggest piece is the shredder, because now for about $1,000 you can get a shredder and the ArtMe, and it's nothing to sneeze at, but like that's more hobby level. That's like what an AMS X1C or whatever costs, is like $1,000. So we're starting to see it move into more of the consumer instead of the prosumer market, which I think once recycling hit, this is not a theory, this I guarantee, as soon as a technology makes it into the consumer market, at least in 3D printing, the development of its technology like fast tracks. It's exponential. So as soon as the recycling industry hits the consumer market as opposed to the prosumer market, that's it. That's when it's like it's gonna get solved. And I'm hoping I get to be a part of that, but we'll see. So those are my big predictions. Fuzzy said, I'm ready to see micro LED take off. Also BAW and GAN. I don't know what any of those are. Kirby, do you know any of those?
Micro LED, like the display technology.
Fuzzy, if you want, you can hop in VC.
It's already
you might
kind of
be
starting
work,
to take
though.
off. It's just a matter of time before it becomes more affordable.
Yeah, if you'd love to give everybody a lecture on that, I do not know anything about that. So
And if you're talking about GAN, the only thing I know that's GAN is GAN Cube, and I really like my Speed Cube from GAN, so I agree.
What does it do?
What do you mean? It's just a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, but
It's faster than a Rubik's Cube.
oh, okay.
Lighter than a Rubik's Cube.
It's capital G, lowercase a, capital N. So moving on from those kinds of predictions, I don't really have any gaming predictions because I think the gaming industry is kind of hard to playtester build of Demo Deluxe. Sounds great. I don't really have any big gaming ones because the gaming industry is kind of hard to track in my opinion. But you said, oh, what's up?
I remember something for stuff I want to achieve for my stream this year.
Ah. Yeah.
Now that I have affiliate and I can do channel points redeems.
I'm gonna steal this idea.
I want to do yeah, so the 3D printer one, I'm not gonna really explain it because I haven't really explained it on stream yet, but
yeah.
I think it's possible and I want to do it. I have another idea. I want to channel point redeem that if somebody redeems it, it forces my OBS scene to speed cube timer. I have to take out my I have a Bluetooth GAN cube that I can connect to my computer, and I would have to, well, I mean, obviously it would be solved when it starts, but I have to follow the scramble the cube, and then solve it before it goes back to the game that I'm playing. I think that'd be really funny.
That would be kind of funny. I don't have anything that cool because I haven't even gotten partners. A lot harder on YouTube to get. Maybe I'm biased, but
It is.
it takes
But
1,000
I feel like
subs.
there's a lot more benefits once you get it because you get the
Yeah,
whole
I
monetization.
it's kind of hard for
Although
me
I
to.
guess
I don't know. I never want to sound like I'm a shill because at the end of the day, I want my channel to be. I do it for fun. I don't do it for profit.
yeah.
And so I
I feel
don't
the
want to say like I'm gunning for. It's hard to say that I really want to get partner without being like I want you guys to pay me. But I hope that's not what you take out of this. Is that I'm saying I want to get paid for my efforts.
you want more options for growth.
That
Basically.
is that's it. That's what I am trying to say. I want more options for growth. Because right now I feel a little limited with what I can do with what I have in terms of channel options. Like shorts, I can't use trademarked audio unless I'm partnered, to my knowledge. But maybe don't know. Maybe I'm just missing something. Gallium nitride. Maximum power density and efficiency with our GaN devices. So it's basically like a more efficient way to... So Fuzzy, it's like a more efficient way to store power? Is that what I'm getting? Oh, look. It's a little... Look it. It's look, it's a little cucky. Look at him. Kirby, do you like cucky?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him right there. And I have a lot of extra pieces.
I was gonna say something about. Oh, I remember about YouTube partner versus Twitch affiliate. I feel like because they fundamentally work different, it makes sense that the way that they are.
Yeah.
Because on Twitch, if you're not affiliate,
Bag 2!
Twitch doesn't earn any money from you streaming, right?
Yeah.
On YouTube, if you're not partner, they still run ads on your YouTube videos and your streams and stuff.
They do.
But on Twitch,
Ew!
they don't earn anything from.
Never mind. I'm amending my statement. Guys, get me to partner so that you watch the ads for a reason and not just to put more money in the pockets of the Big Brother. I didn't know that.
Twitch, yeah, but for Twitch, I think you still get ads on Twitch, and Twitch will earn money off of ads. But being able to get subscriptions is a big part of Twitch making money, is people subbing to different channels, right?
Yeah.
So the sooner they can give you that subscription button, the sooner they can get people
money,
cheering with bits in your channel, the more money they can make.
Give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money, give me money.
Yeah.
I'm hoping though that some of my collaborations in the future I could honestly, all I really want is I want to get a shredder and I want to get an art me. That's like the two big things I want to do. But there is no way I would be able to buy one right now. I could not, dude. I could barely afford these Lego sets. Oh my gosh. But I do want to offer that's another thing is like you were mentioning with like bits. Unfortunately, it's not as fun on YouTube. It's just straight up super chats, which is just like, hey, give me money, give me money, give me money. But I would like to start doing cool stuff like that. Like
you were saying, like the Cali Redeem.
Yeah,
stream.
that was super cool. Which I understand. Yeah. It's very easy for me to be like, yeah, giving me money for me to continue streaming is like really cool, guys. We should do it.
Well, that's why I really like channel points for Twitch, is because you just get channel points by watching.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
YouTube doesn't have an alternative for that.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool way to add streamer to chat interaction.
Prediction. I think that monetary. One thing that everybody has been saying recently is that the YouTube streaming community really isn't developed compared to YouTube, compared to Twitch, and I agree. That's my big prediction for YouTube for this year. Is I think that the YouTube streaming scene is going to get some push that's going to develop it to be a true rival to Twitch. Maybe that's something like channel points, like what you're talking about. Maybe it's better integration with Twitch, like raids. That would be super cool if you could raid from Twitch to YouTube, or vice versa. Although I doubt that they would ever do that. That's definitely just a pipe dream. But that's my prediction. Something is going to happen on a YouTube end, on a Twitch end, that's going to push YouTube to be like a real big player in the field. Don't know what that's going to be. I would be nice if it was cross raids, if it was something with bits. Now that I have more consistent chatters, I'd like to do something that I can like engage with them more than just like reading off their chat messages. So something like bits engagement would be really cool, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. Can I fully leak it your plans so I can talk about them on my stream or no?
Which plane?
The
printer one?
Yeah, the printer one.
I'd rather not for now.
No problem, no problem.
Keep that close to my chest because I think it's a really funny idea.
Yeah, I understand. If somebody steals it,
it's going to take me a while to actually figure out all the puzzle pieces to it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to steal the idea. I just want it to be like this grand reveal sort of thing. If that makes sense.
I totally get it. It's like me with my thing for next week. I'm honestly talking a little bit about the thing for next week. I'm so surprised that it came this quickly. I'm proud of myself for, working pretty efficiently with everything. My parents have been telling me, they're like, hey, maybe you should slow down. I'm like, I guess you're not wrong. No, I don't want to burn myself out.
They're boomers. They don't understand how the world works.
My parents are actually
you gotta be grind zone all the time.
Remember, I'm young.
Shit, I forgot. You're like, yeah, they're millennials, so
no,
they don't understand how the world works.
Yeah, no, oh my gosh, I love my parents. It is funny though. So my videos, I have to be careful what videos I put out because they will watch my shorts, but they don't watch my streams. So I can just say whatever on my streams. But I remember we were talking about the channel with each other, and my parents were like, why do you stream for so long? And I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, you stream for like 2 or 3 hours. Why does anybody watch you for that long? And I'm like, Kirby tells me I'm not streaming long enough. That like people on Twitch.
I mean, it's not about people watching the whole time. I mean, some people stick around and watch the whole thing, and I appreciate that.
Godspeed. If you are one of those people, love you.
But streaming is one of those things where people pop in, watch for a couple of minutes, maybe half an hour, and then leave.
Or you're like me and you just watch VODs.
Yeah, or the people that watch VODs, and that's totally fine. It's just a different way of consuming media.
So here's our way to connect it all together. Last night's Callie stream, 10 hours. She streamed for 10 hours. I woke up and it said stream ended an hour ago. I'm like, what the fuck?
I woke up this morning, or I woke up to pee early in the morning. I saw she was still alive and popped in and watched.
You're like, what? I like her like just chatting stuff way better than her other streams. I hope it's not like a controversial
watching her play Lethal Company with only one other person instead of like a full party, and she was playing on a controller. That was rough, man.
Oh, she played Overwatch on a controller, and I was like, come the fuck on, bro. I do not want to burn any bridges, though, so I am not in any way... Yeah. Everyone forgets about Gen X.
Gen X? That's because they're the quiet generation.
Yeah, the whole...
You're not supposed to talk about that.
No, I don't want to dox my actual age, but my parents are Gen X. They're not millennials. Imagine having millennial parents.
Imagine being a millennial, just barely though.
This says don't shoot into someone's eye, but how would I shoot? It's not firing.
See if you can shoot it into your own eye.
That's so true. What the hell? He's so true. I should play more Sonic content on stream. Wait, your sister's Gen X? Fuzzy, aren't you like 50 years old?
He means millennial. We were just talking about millennials. Or just barely being a millennial.
But Fuzzy's older than Kirby, and Kirby... No one's older than Kirby.
Yeah.
Kirby is...
literally the oldest person
crusty
alive
and
right
dusty. Hey, so is Fauna. Fauna makes me feel comfortable because she's old. Because she's old. Nah, I'm kidding. I gotta really watch what I say. If I want to position myself to collaborate with these people, I cannot be talking like this cap about things. No, I love Fauna.
Yeah,
she's
because
like,
they're gonna go back and watch a VOD.
They're gonna be like, wait,
see if you're a good person to collab with.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, wait, Ace said that he likes Fauna because she's old. Nah, guys, I'm actually. I hate that I get sorted into Gen Z. What do you mean? Gen Z's awesome. Don't you want to be with me? When
Fuzzy's like a honorary millennial.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fuzzy seems like I told him, I was like, there are kids that legitimately see like characters and they're like, oh, that's the guy from Fortnite, and he was like, there's no way that people lack that much media literacy. I was like, no, there's people that think that Darth Vader was invented by Fortnite, and he's like, there's no way. I'm like, you haven't seen real Gen Z kids or iPad kids. Oh my gosh, those kids. There's kids that, well, I mean, he would probably be like, of course, because it's a niche thing, but there's people that think that Skibidi Toilet invented G-Man and stuff, you know. It's crazy. The world's crazy out there. I mentioned Skibidi Toilet and we dropped 2 viewers. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
Guys.
It was probably Fuzzy.
He's like, God damn it, Skibidi Toilet! I gotta mention Gooning. That was like the secret sauce for your channel in 2023. Whenever I'd come on and mention Gooning.
It's like the opposite, though, on YouTube.
I still don't know what that is. Gooning or Skibidi Toilet? Never thought that my life would amount to where I was asking that on stream.
That's a sentence I've never think I'd say.
Hey, are you talking about Skibidi Toilet or Gooning? Toilet. Skibidi Toilet. Where's this music from? I've been hearing it everywhere. It's from a niche indie video game called Sonic Unleashed, which I will be playing on stream in 2023 at some point, now that I got my new Xbox.
2023?
2024! 2024! Oh my god! Oh, fuck.
Make fun of him for saying the wrong number, guys.
Guys, make fun of him. He screwed up. He's real. Yes, this is... I used to play Sonic Hurdle every day. This is Windmill Isle from Sonic Unleashed. Holy shit, I'm right. Windmill Isle Day, specifically. I just gotta say, the Sonic Hurdle is like one of the most... Psych, that's the wrong number. Oh, because I said 2023. The year of our Lord. The year of our Lord, Skibidi Toilet, in 2023. So yeah. Anyway, moving on from Skibidi Toilet and Gooning. Anyway. Yes, I want to play, I want to talk, I could talk about games that I want to play in the new year. This is me when Skibidi Toilet. Hey, Paulie, can you pull up the tweet from Shaquille O'Neal where he's like, I'm at Knoebels and my butt's too big to fit in the seats. That's me yelling. Banger tweet. Anyway, so games that I want to play in the new year. Mike really wants me to play Xenoblade. I have all of them. I have 1, 2, and 3. I also would like to play Kingdom Hearts. Mike wants me to play those as well. I have a lot of the modern Pokemon games, and Gigi wants me to play those. We had talked about doing something like kind of fun for those instead of me just playing Pokemon. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't really have a big plan for that. Mario RPG would like to play that. OMB would like me to play Pizza Tower, so I'll probably be playing Pizza Tower. I'll definitely still be playing Minecraft. That one's not new. I'd really like to play God of War. I've been seeing a lot of people playing the new DLC, and it looks really fun. So I'll be trying to play that in 2024 here. Any other games? Sonic Unleashed. Those are pretty much the big ones. Oh, Shantae. I'd like to play Shantae. What I really would like to do is my speedrun time for Shantae is close to the world record, or close to the leaderboard, I should say. So I wouldn't mind streaming and trying to get the world record, but we'll have to see. What I have to see is whether remapping is allowed, like remapping controls on your controller. I doubt it, but I'm not sure. Kirby, did you leave?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I do have to leave like very soon though.
Fuck. Trying to get all my conversations out before you leave. I don't know if remapping your controls is against guidelines, but there is
against the law.
There is a exploit in Shantae that is really hard to pull off on a standard controller. And I'd like to remap my controller to make it easier, but I feel like that is cheating. So I doubt that I would be able to get the approval to do that. So back to the comment that you hear Sonic music everywhere. Everybody shits all over Sonic games and then uses their music everywhere. It's so frustrating. Friends from Sonic Mania. Fun fact, this was originally going to be the main theme of Sonic Mania, but Sonic Team asked that they make a different theme. And so they made the eventual main theme that we have now. But this was going to be the main theme of Sonic Mania. Yo, I was jamming out during the oh, that's one thing I'd like to do. At least it got into the epic opening animation. That's true. The opening animation was heat. So I will say this now. If we make it to 1,000 subs, which is partner, by the end of the year next year, I will do a karaoke stream on New Year's. I'm saying I'll do it. And I'll even get Kirby to sing one song on it. He'll do a duet with me. Right, Kirby? I think he left. I don't know. I'll get Kirby to do a duet with me on stream. No, I shouldn't say that. But seriously, I will do a karaoke stream at the end of next year, if on New Year's next year, if we make it to 1,000 subs. Because actually, right now, I could make it to. Right now, I have one of the things I need for partner. The only other thing I need for partner is. Oh, that doesn't really explode out like it's.
Okay, I'm back.
You're back?
Yeah.
Oh, he's back, everybody. Hold on.
But I do have to leave.
Yeah, so did you hear what I said or no?
No.
So if we make it to 1,000 subs by next year, I will do a karaoke stream on New Year's, and I will get Kirby to do a duet with me. Right, Kirby? You'll do that.
Sure.
What are we gonna sing? We gotta sing Baby It's Cold Outside together. You want the male part or the female part?
Female.
Oh man, I wanted to be the twink of the relationship. What the heck? Alright, you ready?
Mhm.
I am all of me. Okay, alright. Man, I don't want to end stream because I know as soon as I do, I have to start editing that video that I alluded to. I do not want to end. Sorry, I gotta put shadow on this motorcycle. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Look at that. Discord so I can send you the build of Demo Deluxe. Yeah, I will. I'll do that after stream. I don't want to stop stream to do that, but I'll do that after stream. All right. And Kirby, have you left yet or no?
No.
You can leave. Okay. I know you don't want to leave your BFF Ace Gamer, but I understand. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So here are some of the other Lego sets that you can get. Oh god, you guys can't see that. The only other one that I kind of want to get is... That's a lie. I want to get the big Death Egg one. And I kind of want to get the Amy set. I'll be looking to see if they go on sale so I can afford them. Alrighty. I'm going to put that here. Dang, that covers up Sonic. I don't really want that to be the first thing that people see. I want Shadow. I am all of me. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Shadow's right there. Now you can all see him.
Shadow's real.
Alright. Now the last build. The Knuckles mech with Rugi Bat. I gotta send you this picture that I saw. It was a guy playing Sonic Adventure 2, and it was like, this game sucks, why did I ever like it? And it's like flashback to when they were a kid, and it's just them playing as Rouge, being like, this game is the best game ever! Oh shit. Is everything okay? Oh, I hit the pause button on my stream. I was like, why did the stream pause? Woo! Alright, I have 2, 3, and 1. I gotta take a drink. Water check. Wonder where Tim is. I should ping him. I love reaching across the entirety of the screen, disrupting everything. Oh, I love this song. There he is! Alright, hey, Kirby. Go. Go.
Okay.
Do your thing. Because maybe you can make it back before I finish streaming.
No, it's gonna be a while.
Dude, I'm gonna stream for 10 hours building Legos.
Okay, then I might make it back, but it's gonna be a while.
Alright. So, bye, Kirby. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you later, alright?
Bye,
Yeah,
Kirby.
I'll be back on later tonight to play Lethal Company.
Hey, only if we had the Jiggle skin.
No.
Glizzy!
Goodbye. I'll be
Alright,
back
bye.
later.
Hey everyone, it's Tim! Everyone give a warm
I've
welcome to
come
Tim.
replace
What's up?
Kirby. I've come to replace Kirby.
Basically, yeah. Don't tell him I did that. But I didn't want him to feel like he was leaving me. So I was like, hey. Also, since this
Oh,
is
yeah,
like
that's good.
since this is like the New Year's the like New Year's stream, I don't know how much of this stream you've been watching.
I caught the first 30 minutes or so.
Fake fan. No, do you want to give your anime predictions for 2024?
Oh, I haven't given the upcoming anime much of a look through. Let me
She's so cute.
look on AniList right now.
Here we go. He's gonna poach the opinions of anim list.
All right, wow, we've got a. Oh my goodness, next season of anime is stacked.
So you're talking spring
Yes, spring 2024.
is looking
Oh,
stacked.
wait a second. We have Solo Leveling anime airing in one day.
Solo anime.
No.
What?
Solo Leveling.
What's that?
It is the pinnacle of Korean comics, manhwa.
All right. I don't know what manhwa is, but I'll
it's anime adaptation. Korean comics.
Korean
its
comic.
anime adaptation is being
Gotcha.
finally aired tomorrow.
So there we go.
Spring 2024. Oh my god. We got Konosuba season 3.
Oh, Konosuba season 3 is coming out. Yo, I'm hyped.
Yes. Reincarnated as a slime season 3.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that.
Oh my gosh, Mushoku Tensei season 2 part 2.
Wait, Mushoku Tensei. That's the one with the guy that gets reincarnated, and he's like kind of pervy.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I know that describes like half of the anime out there, but I know that there's one episode where he's like trying to cure his erectile dysfunction for like a whole episode.
Oh no, that's the whole season.
That's the whole season?
That's the whole season.
Holy shit. Alright. Okay. Gotta change the stream to 18 plus now.
So we have those 3 anime, and then Demon Slayer.
Oh,
goodness.
mid Slayer over here.
No way, dude. Its animation goes crazy.
No, I like to rag on different anime that I know people are like will like get really angry about. Like Mid Piece. Oh my gosh, One Piece fans,
It's
like
so
holy god.
Dude, that's such a good just insult. I mean,
Mid Piece, yeah.
yeah.
I think
Alright.
mid is such a good insult because it's like you're not saying they're bad, you're just saying they're mid. Oh man.
All right, on to the next one. We have My Hero Academia season 7, which no one cares about.
Well, isn't My Hero moving towards their like final arc? So like I would say that that's pretty big. I need to catch
guess
up
so.
on My Hero. I stopped watching after the overhaul arc. I have not gotten back into it. And they've had like 2 arcs since then, I think. There was that short stack girl who like was with the magician. It was like a mid-season arc.
Oh yeah.
Holy
I think I was reading the manga like 3 years ago, and I just stopped reading it when it got to that part.
Yeah, I mean, I think Spy Family's going crazy. Demo Deluxe. Oh. Yeah, for Pizza Tower. I was like, is that an anime? Demo Deluxe? And here's a better question. I guess cuz you weren't here. What are your like wrap up thoughts for 2023's anime showing?
Oh, 2023 anime.
Thoughts? Was there like a show that like blew you out of the water? Was there a show that was like complete ass and you're like mad that it was bad?
Well, Free Run is shaping up to be my favorite anime.
Anime of the decade.
Anime of the decade? Maybe.
Nah, I'm
Let's see.
gassing.
Mushoku Tensei came out, but I don't know. I feel like season 2 was kind of sleeper. It was okay.
You heard it here,
Jujutsu
folks. He
Kaisen
hates anime.
2.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, Jujutsu Kaisen season 2.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Dude,
Mid
the
Kaizen.
animation popped off.
Again, I'm
Okay,
kidding, but I have never heard a more like crazed fan base than the Jujutsu Kaisen fan base. It has been.
It is one of the most popular
watermelon.
mainstream anime right now.
I gotta get out of the habit of just reading people's chat messages and not contributing anything. Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen. So I haven't watched it yet, so take this with a grain of salt. I heard that the anime adaptation of Chainsaw Man was a little disappointing. I heard that people like what I heard was that when you read Chainsaw Man, it's unlike anything you've ever seen, but when you watch the anime, it's just a good anime. And so
I think
a lot
that's
of people
because okay, so it is a very faithful adaptation. of
Oh,
the manga.
JRT 3D's here. Yo.
Yo, what's up?
That oh man, I'm sorry you came in right now. We just got done with our so today's like the year, like the New Year's like breakdown for everything. So we were talking about year in review, and Kirby and I talked about all our 3D printings, like how we felt about last year or like 2023 and our predictions for 2024. He just left, unfortunately. So now we're on to like gaming and anime, but we had been talking about some of the big stuff out of the 3D printing industry.
I love anime.
Love anime, and I'm also building Legos too. Good time to review. I can peep back later. No problem. Yeah, to kind of quickly summarize everything, just since you're here. One of my biggest predictions for the 2024 is I think that recycling is going to move a lot more mainstream. With the ArtMe being so big, making waves, I think that more people are going to start doing recycling. And what I'm very interested in as somebody who has experience in the plastics industry, the biggest thing that people always say against 3D printing and recycling is thermal history. They say, oh, well, you know, you're eventually going to be contributing to the thermal history of the plastic, and that's why you can't recycle. So, but I don't think that it's as big a deal as people make it out to be. And so I'll be interested to see as it develops more how people feel about that. Yeah. I think we're really on the cusp of a really, really big movement in terms of consumer. I'll call it consumer instead of prosumer, but consumer 3D recycling and 3D printing. I think we're about to see like huge movement. The industry wants to sell you filament, not have you make your own. That's obviously the big elephant in the room, is that the industry does not want you to they don't want you to recycle. They want you to buy their stuff. But we are seeing some places like Prusa. They came out with their they have their, what's it called? Their RPLA that just came out. And so we're seeing a little bit of movement, just not a lot. I built this upside down somehow. That's embarrassing. Yeah, I built this upside down somehow. How the heck did I build this upside down? Wait, if I just flip it like this, will it work? Oh. And also, I haven't formally announced it, but the big collab for next week, I mentioned that I'll be doing that. So that's pretty big. I guess now that Kirby's gone, I can probably talk about it, and he won't be able to predict. You wouldn't be able to predict it, Tim. So.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I really doubt it, but it'd be funny if you did. Uh,
So let me finish my thought from earlier
yeah,
about
yeah, about the
Chainsaw
anime,
Man.
about Chainsaw
The
Man.
anime does a really faithful adaptation of it, but because of that, the pacing of season 1 is very slow.
Yeah, I
And
also
because
think
of
that it's
that,
kind of hard to judge an anime based off of 12 episodes because a lot of shows don't get good until their like second or third season. But anime doesn't really have that luxury of time that a lot of Western shows have, and other anime too. You know, like shonen.
yeah.
There we go. I fixed it. It's now. I totally understand the hypocrisy of me being a big recycling guy and playing with Legos on stream. Oh, that reminds me. So talking about sustainability and Lego formally announced that they were developing bricks made out of recycled PET, and they have formally announced that they are dropping that. PET recycled PET just does not work the same way as the ABS that they use, and I always thought it was a little silly that they were trying to make PET work for them. I think it would be way better if they use ABS. So why not use recycled ABS? There was a company that used to work with car companies because cars use a lot of ABS in the like undersides. And so there was a company that was looking at working, like partnering with car companies to take recycled ABS from cars and make it into 3D printer filament and other things. But I would be interested to see if Lego moved towards like recycled ABS because they said they're still looking to use recycled materials. But I always thought it was a little silly that they were using PET because PET is not a great substitute for ABS, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
So I gotta go.
You gotta go?
It's my day. Yeah.
What are you doing today?
I gotta get ready, and then I was gonna help my friend dog sit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Look at there's Knuckles. Look at him.
I'll see you in a few days.
Look at.
Oh
Look at
my
Knuckles.
gosh.
Actually, I leave on Saturday, so if I don't see you tonight or tomorrow, got a Jet Bros dinner time. Catch you on the flip. See ya. And I also will be in contact about some of the bigger stuff. Super excited.
Right.
All right, bye
Sounds
Tim, and bye JRT3D.
Have fun building Legos.
Oh, I will. All right, chat. Now it's just you and me. Now that everybody else is gone, I should DM Gigi and have her come in. Actually, hold on. I'm just gonna text her and see if she's gonna be on at all. Right when we're about to start building the last part, that's when everybody heads out. It's funny. So yeah, I pretty much kind of announced everything that I was going to, unfortunately, but yeah, it's shaping up to be a really exciting year. I'd like to find more ways to do this kind of stuff, like where I just talk with everybody. I might open up the Discord a little bit more to some more creators so that I can do like open chat more effectively, because open chat really isn't open chat if there's just me talking. Like I said, I would love to have some more if it as the gang grows, you know, I get more consistent viewers, it'll be way easier to do viewer-centric content, which I'm really excited about because I've wanted to do. That's the one thing that like I see bigger streamers do that I'm like, oh man, I really would love to do that. I will say in the short term, there are some big changes coming to some of my videos that I'm excited to do. I've been like revamping some of the space around my 3D printer so that the videos come out a little bit nicer looking. And I've gotten some better backgrounds, which will be cool. I'd like to find a way to better display all of the frogs that I make for the filament demonstrations. And so I'm still tinkering with that. I'd really like to do like I've been thinking about possibly doing a like tree with a bunch of leaves, and all the leaves have frogs on them. So that would be kind of cool to show off all the filament that I use. And next week you guys will see something. The really big channel update will also have some stuff I would like to show off, like even more filament, and so got some ideas banging around in my head about that, and I think that'll be kind of really cool. So we'll see. Also, I've not gotten very good word back from the community, or from my community, I should say, but I want to make more posts on the YouTube community tab, because I realize that not everybody follows me on Twitter. And so when I make announcements on Twitter, I feel like only my Twitter audience sees it and not my YouTube audience. So I want to find a better way to keep everybody in the loop. Like, I announce what I'm going to be streaming every week on my Twitter on Sundays before the week starts. And I realize that a lot of people that watch me on YouTube don't get to see that. So I'm trying to find a way to promote that. I toyed with the idea of posting it on YouTube community, but we'll see. If nobody really minds and just would rather look at their sub feed for when it comes in, or look at the channel or what have you, that is also fine by me. I really do not have a preference, but I would like to find a way to better communicate with you guys about when I'll be live streaming and like what I'll be streaming each week, because I do decide what the week is going to be like on Sunday. So that's when I pick all my games for the week. And I cannot find this piece. There it is. Alright. So I'm really excited about this build. I have wanted Lego Sonic since I was a kid. So this is like not a dream come true. I feel like that's a little hyperbolic, but it's like, oh, it's so cool. And I do like these. So these little pieces right here, they're like supposed to be gold bars, but they're like pieces on the robot here, which is kind of cool. Also, as Gigi pointed out, it is kind of funny, or kind of weird, that Knuckles has a mech. Like, why does Knuckles have a mech? Oh, that's one thing I forgot to mention. If you guys have any suggestions for games that you'd like to see me play, aside from Pizza Tower, I know I'll play. I already said I'd play Pizza Tower, so that suggestion is not lost on me. But if you guys have any ideas for other games you'd like to see me play that I have not mentioned, I'd love to be open to suggestions to see if maybe I missed a game that would be a banger and I wouldn't have seen it otherwise. Like with a lot of my favorite games, I would not have picked up if it weren't for hearing from other people that they're good. So I definitely don't want to miss something really good. And I think my music just ended. Nope, never mind. We're good. Alright, flip it over. Ooh. I mentioned this on Tuesday, but 3 hours, right at the 3 hour mark, is right when I start to get really tired. I don't know why. We're getting to that spot right now. I building this on screen enough? I think I am. Hope I'm showing off enough of it. Oh, I gotta build another one of these? Oh, man. Okay. Just gotta go back. Okay. I gotta build 2 of these. Okay. It is kind of ironic that my best performing video was a 3D printed Lego video. That is the Lego Wreath video that came out a couple weeks ago. It is still my best performing video, which I find very ironic. I'd love to 3D print some more Lego stuff. It's all dependent on whether or not I can find good files to use. Because the Wreath file that I found on Printables was just top notch, so it was just like a perfect storm. Because I was like, oh, I really want to make this. Okay, and then I think I put one of these in there. Boom. And then one of these. Bounty runs. Yeah, look at that. Alright. Sweet. Oh, I forgot the white. Yeah, I forgot the white pieces. There's these. I don't know what it is with recent Lego and their obsession with mechs. Every single set is a mech or a vehicle. Like a plane or something. Maybe it's always been a theme. I don't know. Maybe I should look back at some of the sets that I've bought. I probably am a dirty, rotten, criminal liar because I have. I buy all. When I was a kid, I bought all the mech sets because the mech sets are the coolest. I keep having to roll my sleeves up for this. Oh, I wanna play. I've got to play Sonic R at some point because I think that game is a little bit hated, and it shouldn't be. It's kind of fun when I played it with Mike. It was kind of a lot of fun just with a couple of guys playing through the game. And I think that the music is hated for no reason as well, because the music is pretty alright. I don't think this is from the original game, though. I think this is a remix. So this is 10. Oh, this is from the original game. That's interesting. No. There we go. now I want two of the white. Yeah, my throat's starting to give out. Sorry if I'm quiet, guys, but I hopefully in the new year here. I know New Year, it's already January, but like I said, my New Year is basically next week. In the new year, I'm going to hopefully be getting a new mic that I don't have to scream into, so that I can be heard, and then my voice won't go as fast. Man, I've really gotten sloppy in my age here. I used to be able to scream all day, and now I can't even scream for 3 hours without losing my voice. It's crazy. Okay, sweet. I like the red green color scheme. It's pretty snazzy. I have to make 2 of these. Oh, son of a gun, they got me again. Oh, this is a shoe. Oh, I see it. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. Look at that. That's really cool. Okay. Well, gotta go back so that I can start. There it is. Okay, red block, 2 greens. Move my... Here, I'll move the directions over here so I can build here. So everybody can see. The Mario Legos actually have an app, so I would have had to have my iPad up so that I could show the directions. Come on, you can do it. Ah, there we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Oh. Sweet. This is a lot of music from what's it called? From the racing games. There we go. Get some good music playing. Kind of want to hear classic Rooftop Run. The speed of sound. Places to go. Gotta follow my rainbow. Okay. Oop. Every YouTuber ever used this in their videos back in the day. It was so funny. Even the most devout Sonic haters would have this on their channel. Okay. There's my 2 feet. Sweet. Alright, awesome. And then I gotta put these on the actual... Oh, that's what the balls are for. Oh, that was satisfying. Yeah. Oh, that was satisfying. I don't care what has a head. No, never gets it followed by. All right, bag 3. So, I actually learned this a little bit ago in like a TikTok video. I learned this earlier, like a little bit ago, but the reason why the extra pieces sometimes can feel a little bit random, like why did they give you an extra of this piece but not this piece, is because the factory is in such a way where they don't actually count the pieces. They count based on weight. And so that they'll give you extra pieces based on the weight of certain pieces. Told you could have joined over VC so that we could have talked about stuff, but it's okay. There you go. Gigi's here for a little bit.
I break in.
Break in. Are you gonna join me?
No, but I'm gonna take the dog.
Don't bother her. She's asleep.
In.
She eepy. She eepy. All right. Thanks for stopping by.
No problem. I'm working hard.
Or hardly working. LMAO. All right, you can go.
Dang.
See, look at what you did.
Aww. Hi, Daisy.
Oh no, Tessie's awake now.
Oh, she went back.
She went to bed.
My New Year's prediction. Just cleaned out a bunch of old
Got
stuff.
chat. She cleaned out her room. She cleaned out her
Yay.
room.
All right. Have fun.
All right. Oh man. I text her. I'm like, hey, why don't you hop in and give some of your New Year's predictions since we're doing New Year's predictions, and that's her New Year's prediction is that her room's gonna be clean. What's this piece? What the heck? That's an interesting piece. I should, for the future, I should do GoPro video. That would be really funny. To do like a GoPro. Okay. Is it gonna make me do 2 of these? Oh no, it's not actually. Okay. Ooh, I should put this up here. Now that we're getting to that spot in the stream. Right here, right here. It's a surprise. I've had that in the whole stream and you guys didn't even catch it. Master of surprise. How do I manage to put everything all in frame all at once? Okay, spin it back over. I should do an actual stream where like I actually do like work on my 3D printers or something, or I have like a build. Oh, that would be really cool. Is if I had like, but see the problem is I couldn't fit that all into one stream. But it would be cool if I had like a bunch of stuff that I had to build on stream that I had 3D printed. Problem is I don't really have anything that would make a good like stream. But I would, as I'm prepping for some of the stuff this year, like Fan Expo, that might not be a bad idea, is to do like a cosplay stream. That would be kind of cool. I'll have to see what everybody's interested in and what I could pull off, because my workshop, I don't know how I'd connect it to my PC. I'd have to like figure something funky out so that I could like see chat and everything. But I guess if it was like this, I wouldn't necessarily have to like change the scene very often. I could just have it like on Wi-Fi or something. Maybe that would work. I want to do something crazy with 3D printing and cosplay in the future. Because I've never really done it before, and now I have an excuse to, because it could be like a video for this channel. Ah, look at that. Knuckles punch. Knuckles punch. Wait, hold on. Oh, I could center it. There we go. I guess I'm covering up a little bit. Never mind. I'll move that back. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of nice. I'll move it here. Gotta move it up a little. There we go. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Alright, so this just made... I think this is the last bag, so this is like it. Oh, you guys ready? Ah, there we go. Satisfying. As weird as it is, this mech is still pretty cool. Okay. Keep looking up at chat to make sure. I'm freaking out that I'm gonna miss something. Okay, flip it back over. White each side. We'll call this the echidna. Sweet. Look at that. I don't know, this is a sweet design. I'm warming up to it. At first I thought it was really goofy because it's a Knuckles mech, but I don't know, this is kind of cool. I think it fits well with the idea of everything that's going on. Okay, sweet. Pop that in. Nice. It's like a Bionicle. Wish Kirby was here for this. That's cool. This is like one of my favorite songs from Colors. This level also is like one of my favorites for like the concept of it is super cool for a Sonic level. He's like outrunning a place that's blowing up. That is so cool. It happens in like every Sonic game, but I feel like this is the only one where it's an actual level. Pretty much every Sonic game has the like space station that's exploding. I'm pretty sure this is like one of the only ones that has that as a level. I think the only other one is Sonic Adventure 2. I think like one of the final ones for that, the space station is blowing up, but I haven't actually finished that game, so I don't know. Shoot, I'm missing I'm not missing a piece. Oh. Huh. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go back and find that piece later. Yeah, that's missing. If you see it, let me know. It's the gold bar one that or the silver bar that I held up. I cannot seem to find it. That is so odd. Where is that piece? I'm gonna find it underneath something when I go to like... when I go to clean up, and I'm gonna be like, ah, there it is. Is that the way that's supposed to go? These are some new pieces. I've never really built anything with these new, like, gun pieces before. build one for the other side. Gotta build a gun for the other side. Look at that. Dual guns. Pew pew. Da-da-da. Okay. Ah, yeah, baby. Oh, you put the green studs in there, and that's what it shoots out. Wait, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yeah, the back. Oh, how did I completely miss that? Pages must have stuck together. Oh yeah. Here we go. Totally missed that. This piece on the back. Get it? It's like the spikes on the back of Knuckles' head. And then this comes up. You can shoot like chaos energy. Look at that. That's an action pose right there. Dang, that's sick. Well, I gotta say, this was a lot of fun. I like doing this. So I gotta line everything up for a good photo shoot here, and then maybe I'll find that piece that I missed. Hopefully I didn't like sit on them or something. I'm telling you, as soon as I turn the camera off, I'm gonna find this piece that I'm missing. I'm gonna go, son of a gun, there it is. Where is? Well, whenever I find it, I will update everybody. So I gotta line this up really well so that everybody can see. What's a good action pose for this? Let's see. Maybe like, oh. Let's not break it. Like this. Put her like flying like over here. Gonna have Shadow driving past. Sonic chilling over here. And Tails in the middle. Is that gonna block everybody? Kind of block Sonic. I'm gonna put... Actually, let me just put Sonic on top of the plane. And then don't forget Batman. Batman could be over here. All right. Well, everybody. So that's it. That's all the Legos for today. Look at that. Look at, she's flying away with the Chaos Emerald. Or the Master Emerald, my bad. So yeah, I just want to thank everybody. It's been a phenomenal first year streaming. It's just been so not humbling, because that's normally a negative term, but it's just been so great to see the reaction to a lot of my videos. To go from go from watching a lot of videos and thinking, oh well, nobody would watch my stuff, to seeing the reaction that I've gotten to my videos has just been so amazing. And it means the world to have that support. So I want to thank everybody, whether you're watching the VOD, whether you're watching live, whether you're just a shorts watcher, whether you're on my TikTok feed, like if you came here from TikTok, whether you came here from Printables and you liked my stuff on Printables, it really means the world to me, because this has always been something that I've done like as for fun, but I've never really taken it too seriously. But now that I have a little bit of an audience, I feel like I can put more time, effort into all of it. And it really means a lot to me. So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody who's been either new, old, doesn't matter, viewer. Thank you so much. In terms of stuff for the channel, next week I will be on vacation. However, if you are just somebody who watches my streams, I would highly recommend you check out my videos, because next week is going to be a huge milestone for the channel. I will not be streaming, but then after next week I should be back to normal Tuesday, Thursday streams, and maybe I'll even stream an extra day to make up for being. So yeah, with all that being said, I want to thank everybody very much for watching. And yeah, I will see you in the next stream, which will be probably Minecraft Tuesday, let's be honest, but it will be after my break. Hopefully you are all still here. Don't forget about me. I'm just getting started. So yeah, thank you all and very much for watching, and I hope you have a great beginning of your new year. So with all that being said, bye-bye. Bye.